Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome back to our session one-shot of Daggerheart. So, if you caught us last week, we did our session 0. All of these lovely individuals made characters, and now we're going to put said characters into action. So, we are joined again by GM Justin, Aundawyn, and Bill. We introduced them last week. We will make sure all of their excellent content is linked in the video, so check them out. They are a bunch of delightful people, highly recommended. And then, of course, I will be GMing, and then M from our Level 1 Geek team is here with us as well. So, all right. Now, as we established in our Session 0, we're playing in the Beast Feast universe, but just barely. We're playing a little bit of a different angle in the Beast Feast campaign frame, where your group of adventurers is a hunting party that will delve down into the dungeon, and you will gather up delicious ingredients, whether it be monster parts or rare plants or herbs, and you provide them to the queen for a pretty measly profit, honestly. I don't imagine many of your characters are super well up, with the exception of maybe Mateo, who you're a noble, correct, Mateo?
That is correct.
Awesome. And you guys supply these ingredients to the queen, where they are used for many a royal feast in her royal court. And you have all done such an exquisite job at these hunts lately that the queen has personally invited you all to your very first of her royal feasts. Now, Mateo, as a noble, I imagine you've probably been to some feasts and whatnot, but probably not one of like the official royal feasts from the queen herself. So this is a first for all of you. Before we jump into the adventure, do we want to go around the digital table real quick and just kind of reintroduce the characters that we created last week? We'll start with Bill. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Hi. I'm Bill, and I'm playing Gerbert, but none of you know that his name is Gerbert. You just call him Old Toad. The reason being, he's an old toad man. He's not quite a ribbit for people playing along who are big Daggerheart fans. He's cross-raced, cross-ancestry,
Mixed
whatever the
ancestry
term
is the term.
Yeah, with a dwarf, making him a little toad. He comes from the desert, and he likes to hunt, and he's very old, and he was incredibly justifiably exiled from his village, but he wants to get back and become the new head of the village.
Excellent. So looking for a political promotion.
Yes.
We went through our question process in session 0, and everybody picked a political goal for this party. So
yes,
yeah.
I'm looking to be looking to be instated as head of the Desert Toad community.
Love it. Very excited to see the character play out. All right, we'll go Justin next.
Yes, I'm playing Mateo for this one. I'm of the Infernus race. You'll see as outside of wearing a very elegant clothes, he also has purple skin, nearly black eyes with just a hue of green around where the irises would be, and with horns that peak right on up before they curl right back, giving kind of like a ram style of horns. Doesn't curl at the tips, because those are still straight. So if he needs to, he can still use those as a weapon.
Excellent. I love that. Very cool. And Mateo's a brawler, correct? So a little bit rowdy for a noble.
Yes.
Love it. Super excited. And then your goal was to try to win a royal's heart. And we kind of dug into Mateo had a past royal love, but they didn't work out because of obligations. And so you've got a little bit of a romance quest at this party. Excited to see it play out. All right, Em, why don't you go next?
I'm playing Garbage. Garbage is a goblin, if that wasn't going to be immediately obvious. Garbage the goblin is an assassin, and I think that Garbage is a hot teal color with yellow fringes on their ears and their little hair tufts. They like poisoning people. That's a good time. Also looking like other people. That's also a good time. And yeah, if you want to ride the garbage truck, you know where to find me. Let's go. I'm so sorry. This character is going to bring out the worst in me, and I just have so much regret already.
I support this. I already love that. Come on, the garbage truck, baby.
Okay, now that we have established that, now I'm like, all right, I know my baseline for jokes.
Oh no.
So good. Now, Garbage, your political objective is to you have a list of names, correct?
Oh yeah, I got a few names list. I've got a list. I'm checking it twice. Gotta find out who else needs to die tonight.
Excellent.
I got this
Now-
Gerbert person I haven't been able to find. No leads.
We're all looking for the guy who did this.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. And then Aundawyn, tell us about your character.
Hello. Yes, I will be playing Jin, who is a fun character race. And my favorite color is purple, which checks out because also my antlers are purple and also my hair is purple, and therefore Mateo's one of my best friends, whether he knows that or not, because this is also purple.
Love it. Fantastic. And your political goal that you had was to try to steal a royal recipe.
One correction, not to try to steal it. I'm
yes,
just going
to
to steal it. Yes.
That's no, you shouldn't have done that. Now you had the perfect out. You could just like do it, and he'd say, "Oh, you failed." Like, no. My goal was to try
Did
to
I
steal.
know?
I succeeded.
Well,
I'm
who
the only
says
one
I
who
can't-
accomplished their goal.
Who says I can't gaslight in playful manner?
Love it. Excellent. So that's our crew that we have for tonight. Seems very exciting. Any questions before we jump in?
Yeah, how do you play Daggerheart?
Yeah, how do we play Daggerheart? That's a good question. We are going to be going over that as we play, so we're going to be playing this as like a little bit of a tutorial session as well. So one thing that I will mention for all of you, now we made our characters on Demiplane, and Demiplane takes care of a lot of the math and calculations for you that way, which is very nice. But as all of you will see on your sheets, you have a couple of resources that I would like to just mention how the base mechanics of the game work. Because I would say the core mechanics of this game use duality dice, which is a hope dice and a fear dice. So you have a resource called Hope. Everybody should start with 2. That is a resource that you can use for a few things. Everybody can spend a Hope to aid an ally when they're making a check, whether it be an attack or a skill check or whatever. You can spend a Hope and you can give them advantage on the check by helping out. Everybody can spend a Hope to utilize your experiences. Everybody picked 2 experiences when they built characters. If you're using a role that would apply to one of those experiences, you can spend a Hope to get the plus of the experience on the roll. Everybody can spend 3 Hope on a unique class feature. Everybody's class will have a unique feature that takes 3 Hope. And then everybody, once per session, can spend 3 Hope to initiate a tag team roll. And this is basically where you will choose another party member, you will narrate something awesome together, and you get a whole bunch of bonuses doing that roll. Whether it's a skill check or an attack roll, you basically do a tag team, and it's awesome. So the person who initiates it spends the 3 Hope, and then they choose somebody else to pull in. And then aside from that, there's various other abilities that you may have on your character sheet that spend Hope. And then me, as the GM, I have a resource called Fear. Notably, you guys are all capped at 6 Hope, so you don't want to stockpile it too much because it will cap out. I have a resource called Fear, which does not have a cap. I will start with 1 Fear per player in the group, so I start with 4. And Fear is basically what I will use to create extra danger, extra challenges, and it's how I do my meanest things as a GM. The way that we either get Hope or Fear is every time a check is rolled, instead of using a normal D20, everybody will roll 2 D12s. These D12s should be of differing colors. One of them represents Hope. One of them represents Fear. You roll those 2 D12s. You add the total together along with any bonuses from any applicable attributes. And then that's your roll. But whichever of the D12s rolled higher determines if you rolled with Hope or if you rolled with Fear. If you roll with Hope, you always gain a Hope. If you roll with Fear, I always gain a fear. Success or failure doesn't matter in that regard, but if you fail with hope, you're going to fail less bad than you would with fear. If you fail with fear, you're going to have like the worst possible result. And then if you ever roll doubles on your d12s, that is a critical, which is very good. And that's kind of the core mechanic of the game. So there is no, like, if we ever get in danger, which is kind of the equivalent of being an initiative, there is no initiative in this game. We kind of just like, we'll popcorn around. Everybody basically does one thing within reason, and then you pass it to somebody else. And if you ever roll with fear or fail a roll, I will make a move as the GM. So you guys kind of set the tempo, and the more you try to do things, the more opportunities I have to do things, and it's kind of like a fun little popcorn flow. And that's the basics of the game. The only other resource I think we need to call out is everybody has stress. Every class, I think everybody starts with 6 stress slots at level 1. And stress is basically, I can do things to stress you out. Some of your abilities take stress, which is kind of like your energy. And if you're ever maxed out on stress, you become vulnerable, which makes you easier to do mean things to. So manage that as you will. And aside from that, everything should be pretty familiar to your typical like D&D Pathfinder style role-playing game. So you guys just tell me what you want to do. I'll tell you what you need to do it. And we'll role-play and we'll have fun. So, cool. Let's go ahead and let's jump into it. We're going to start this evening as you guys are arriving at the party. Now, this feast is at a royal castle, which is very large, marbled stone, very regal looking, absolutely beautiful. You guys have probably never been in such a nice abode before. And as you're walking in, they have a very long red carpet that's leading into the castle. People are starting to arrive, dressed very nicely. Now, do you guys want to kind of describe like what's your party outfits? Is this different from what you guys typically wear? I imagine, are you wearing your armor? Are you not wearing your armor? Are you wearing nice clothes over the armor?
Well, that depends. We all have armor that we took. I mean, can we smuggle it in? Should we have it on?
Armor is allowed. So
I think me and Mateo, or Gerb and Mateo, are in the better position because I think we both have just quilted clothing armor, which I think we could just wear in a nice way to not make it look to if we wanted to. But I mean, I will say, Old Toad, Gerbert is 100% wearing his armor. It is still kind of tattered. It's old. He's been wearing it while hunting, but he's cleaned it as best as he can, and he's added like extra little elements to it that he's sewn on. So he's given it a nicer, higher collar, and he's giving it in a traditional sort of like Toadman style. He's run studs down the back of it, which don't really help it as armor, because they're not going to stop it. They're only going to stop things when they're running away, which, I mean, for Gerber actually probably will help. But it's just, it emulates like a larger spiked back that no one else seems to get why he's so proud of them, but he's got some very nice studs on the back of his quilted armor.
Excellent. I love it.
So I will... so Jen will be wearing her heavy armor, which is tree bark, but more of in the way of, I don't remember what it's called, but if you've played Elden Ring, there's a boss that you can get one of his pieces of armor that looks like there's like a chest plate, but it also has robes that are kind of like tucked into it with longer sleeves. And that's kind of what it looks like. The chest plate itself is really intricate. There's like leaves and like forest imagery within it. And the robe itself is kind of like a sunrise orange, which clashes with her hair, but she will be okay with it just for tonight.
Excellent. Sounds awesome. And also, in terms of weapons, in this society that you all live in, being armed is pretty normal. So most people are arriving armed if they're the typical type of people to be armed. you would all know that if you need a direct audience with the queen, they'll typically have the guards take your weapons while you discuss with the queen, but bringing them to the party is not like not a no-no by any means.
Be careful with Mateo's guns.
Can't take those away. Let's chop the arms off, I guess.
Yeah.
Garbage, what about you? What are you wearing?
Garbage is wearing their leather apron, but over that, they've got their most fanciest fantasy blazer on with extra pads on the shoulders. They've adorned themselves in every bit of jewelry they could obtain before. We got ourselves the pearls. We got a tie clip. We didn't have a tie to clip, so we just put that on there. And then we got this thing. We stole that from somebody. We got some bracelets. We got jewelified for this event.
Wait, my rings are missing.
I don't wear rings. It gets in the way of.
I've definitely meant bracelets.
Yeah, no, you should probably blame Garbage. They probably stole everything that you're missing.
I would never take anything from the lovely Jinn.
No, case closed. Case closed. 100%. It was definitely Garbage.
It's okay. I probably lost them anyways.
I probably would have put it on a necklace.
Tell me where you got your
could
stuff.
see everything that I got. But yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm fancy. I've also kind of slicked back my hair that I have, and ready to just wow this party.
Excellent.
They ain't ready for garbage.
So classy. Awesome. What about you, Mateo?
I think Mateo would just be kind of like looking at everything and just like, this is about as good as we're going to get. So at least it still looks amazing, all things considered. So, and for him, he would just be in his best outfit that he had available with him, with his family crest put on to just above his left breast pocket. And he would have his hair slicked back, very nice, very ready, very shiny and everything. You would even see like there would be these little covers that would go over the tips of his horns, and that of silver, and they would kind of like chain together as well as like chain onto each of the horns. As he has his jewelry and everything, and for the gauntlets that he has, he made sure that they looked more fashionable to conceal their magical ability. The perception of them being magical. Wants them to be more, hey, look, this is just I'm a glovey girl.
Love that. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, Mateo, you being well dressed and kind of more familiar with this whole royalty nobility scene, why don't you go ahead and start the session with one extra hope, as you're kind of like in your favored social scene here. All right. And the last thing before we enter the castle, I told you guys you had homework last time, because you guys, as guests of honor this time for bringing so many a good meal to the royal court, let's have each one of you give me an ingredient that you as a group obtained, because you would have gotten this from the dungeon. Everybody's going to give me an ingredient, and then as a group, you guys are going to decide what recipe you're bringing here. And anybody who has one in mind, speak up. I'm going to grab one from each of you.
I've got one for you. I'm going to stall for time. Now, Garbage really, really appreciates fungi. True reflection of who I am as a person. Maybe delightsome, maybe deadly, always a good time. Now, I chose to bring what's called a blushing bride. It's got such a beautiful name. It's this flowing, almost lace-like cap that has little things that kind of come down, and then the underside's all pink and stuff, like a blushing bride. It makes sense. The name makes sense. And it's absolutely delectable, but it's kind of like fugu, where if you have too much of it, it's poison, but if you use just the right amount, it's a delicacy. It's a wonderful ingredient.
How? Jin is gonna look over your shoulder, which is not very difficult because Jin is very tall. How long ago did you get this?
Oh, that's such a good question. The last time we were hunting, once we killed the Elfinor, I harvested off of its underside.
Okay, because
So I don't know when was that.
It was a bit ago, so that's good. It's dried out. That means I won't be able to hear it.
Oh no! I suffocated these in a vat of water buried underground. It's like falling asleep.
Jin must have a lot of anxiety on these hunts. Lovely.
Jin, it's okay. Don't you even worry about it. Mycelium can't feel like that.
But I can.
All right, so we've got Blushing Bride. What's another ingredient we got?
Oh, I can do mine if you'd like.
Yeah, please do.
On a previous hunt, we were out in a field. And this was a specific hunt because we were hunting, as we often do, something herbivorous, just to sort of get back at it on behalf of Jin. So we killed, and at this point we only have the last remaining like really nice cuts because it was pretty big. We just killed a cow snake.
A cow snake.
Yeah, picture like a cow, picture like a snake. You can do the rest.
Image is so engraved into my brain. I love
Like
that.
it's got like the parts of a cow and the parts of a snake, and it turns into like one big cow snake.
Was
Does it
it
have legs?
dangerous?
Cow has legs. Does it have legs? Snake doesn't have legs. You decide. Is it dangerous? Absolutely not.
Okay.
But I will say, they are hard to kill.
Mm.
They are deceptively quick, given that it kind of, no one's quite sure whether or not it has legs. Deceptively quick, very hard. Most people will shoo them away to avoid them ruining pasture. But they're hard to kill, and we did. So it's a bit of they're delicious and somewhat rare because they don't domesticate, and they're hard to catch, but incredibly safe to fight.
Bill,
If you catch it, the worst it can
do.
do is sort of gum you a little bit because it doesn't have teeth. Unlike a cow or a snake, it just sort of pulls grass out with its tongue. But yeah,
Man,
Well,
this thing
what
sounds
type
like it
of
deserves to
sound?
be hunted.
What type of sound would a grass snake make?
well, it's a very good question. They're silent, completely, except you can hear that they're trying to make a sound.
Kind of like it's kind of like when you do all of your breath out and then try to yell.
Yeah, that's it. at best.
At
That's
best. Okay.
horrible.
Yeah, that's absolutely heinous. And honestly, Jin, if they don't speak, maybe that's a relief for you.
So we've got the best cuts of a cow snake
The
With
best
some-
cuts of the cow snake.
with some
We've
blushing
reserved them
bride mushrooms.
specifically for this party.
Love it. All right, we need 2 more ingredients for this dish.
I brought chili pepper. I grew them myself in my garden, and these ones are specifically used in rituals. So then we can release them of their spirits before we take them from the vine, so there is no screaming.
I love that. Specifically prepared peppers.
I do it for as many things as we can while we are out hunting.
Now, are these
Sometimes
spicy
it doesn't
peppers?
work. Well, mostly just as many ingredients and plants as possible. It's about a 2 or 3 minute ritual, but not everybody is fine waiting that long.
I'm not.
Mhm. I'm traumatized. I have 3 therapists. One for the morning, one for the afternoon, and one for the evening.
Round the clock. Excellent. All right, Justin, we've got mushrooms, peppers, a best cut of a cow snake. What's gonna tie this recipe together?
During one of our last adventures, I did happen to find, more like stumble upon, the plant that is commonly referred to as the timey-wimey. Here's the thing with it: if you don't cook it right, it's more of a seasoning. You see, you don't cook it in with whatever dish that you throw it in, you're going to know rather quickly whether or not you've done it right or not. There was a time period where I may or may not have found that out the hard way, and I was rhyming for at least 2 weeks, though it didn't seem like anybody paid too much attention, or at least didn't give me too much of a bother for it.
Canonically, I absolutely imagine the three of us got together and we said, let's just not say anything about Mateo's rhyming. We don't want to encourage this. We just
I
shouldn't
don't know why he
acknowledge it.
started doing
If
this.
it's non-intentional, we shouldn't acknowledge that. Just there's nothing good that's gonna come from us admitting that Mateo is rhyming incessantly.
It's just as painful as eating plants that have not been gone through the ritual.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
You would, because you can't hear the screams.
What are you all talking about? This is fine. Doesn't matter if it matters not if I rhyme.
We're
See,
not
it's
talking
kind
about
of cute.
rhyming.
It's whimsical. Yeah, we're talking about the rhyming. I mean, no, he doesn't rhyme. No, don't worry about it.
No, we don't.
I'm sleeping.
No peeping.
Yeah,
See, it's fun.
okay.
We're all having a nice time here.
If you don't mind, please, I'm eating.
Ah! I jump out a window. Okay, we'll flash back to the present.
All right, so as you guys brought this recipe, this would have been a team effort to prepare this dish, and this is going to be some reputation at the feast, right? So I need one of you to roll me a knowledge, whoever put the recipe together.
I should also explain the reason why I didn't hear screams.
Oh, yeah.
We'll pick it up in
I
context.
took the ability Nature's Tongue to be able to speak the language of the natural world. Sometimes she can't decide, and basically all the time can't decide if and when to hear it. So plants are part of nature, and so when they are killed or plucked from the ground, or flowers used as placement centerpieces, she can hear the screams of them dying and dying wishes.
So
Hence the many therapists.
canonically, then Jin would have probably heard the rhyming that came from the timey-wimey plant.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that's rough.
She's learning to better control it, but
Does the plant, when it screams in its plant voice, does it also rhyme?
well, that depends on the plant.
Sounds
Well,
like
I mean, the rhymy-timey plant specifically.
Oh, yes.
Like when it died, was it kind of like, oh no, I'm being killed. I'm not
Well-
just sick, I'm very ill. I'm a little plantain, I'm here to say. Was it something kind of like that?
A knife
Or
hits the wall behind Old Toad. Everybody needs to stop. Who's cooking today?
well, I did the ritual, so whoever makes any sort of food, it's good to go.
I mean, do you really?
Excellent.
I mean, I can definitely give it a try. Cooking though is not my specialty. It's more making sure that the thing is retrieved.
Look,
Yeah, so the steps, the roles of making this meal, one of you will need to roll a knowledge to put the recipe together. Somebody will need a finesse to do the cooking. Somebody will need an instinct to quality control and do the tasting. And then somebody will need a presence to do the presentation.
Well,
Alright.
for instinct, that would be 11 on the hope die.
11 on the hope die. Okay, so you gain a hope. And
Yay!
that is a success. So it's the taste test. You keep the flavors on point as it's being cooked.
was it 11 on the actual hope die itself?
Yeah.
What was the
What was
actual? But you add them together to get the full roll, right? You add 2 as
Added
well.
together in total was a 16.
So that's with
pretty-
both dice plus your instinct, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So 16. So that means you rolled 16 with hope.
I'll put this recipe
Now I know
together.
how to say it.
I seem to be the most knowledgeable among all of us. I'll put the recipe together. Now,
All right.
Old Toad has a 0 for knowledge, by the way. But everyone else seems like they don't want to do it. So this is an
Let's
old
see what you
family
got.
recipe. I got it from a faun who lived in the desert. they knew a lot about cow snakes, which we'd never heard of at the time, you see, because they're quite foreign to the desert.
Oh my
No grass for them
god!
to eat.
Old Toad, please, I beg of you, just cook.
It was
That was
probably
probably
in
Uncle Darby.
62 years ago I met this person, and you know, it was interesting. At the time, I was wearing, I think, well, I had hair back then, not where you think. I am a toad man.
Oh my god!
Okay, sorry, I'll cook
I think
it
I'm
up.
actually dying.
Maybe that's why
Don't
you
worry.
remind me of a sand dragon.
Is anybody curious as to know where the hair went, or is that just me?
What?
What are you talking about, Mateo?
He said he had hair.
Explain that to me, Mateo.
He said he had hair, but not where you think it is. Where did the hair grow?
No.
His
Well, unless you
nose,
know many
probably.
toadmen. Do you know many toadmen? Have you met many toadmen before? I know we don't usually travel outside of the desert, but there's plenty living in the metropolitan areas near you.
Unfortunately, no. I have to say that you would probably be my first.
Oh, no, that is unfortunate for you. We're not quite handsome. All right, and meanwhile, I've come up with a perfect recipe. What I think we should do is we should just, you know, leave out the oil. You don't need that to start. Just throw it dry into the pan. And then maybe, like, I think if we take those mushrooms, grind them up into a powder, and just sort of throw it over the top, kind of roughly, like it's going to miss the whole thing, but we'll get a couple bits will drop down. That's probably the right steps for that.
No,
And,
the delicacy.
And the chili peppers, you know, we'll just if I'll mush them up in my mouth to get them to a good
She
consistency.
holds the
and I
chili
just put
peppers
'em
like
in.
in her hand.
No,
like,
no, don't pass them over here. That's good.
No!
We said the old Toad was in charge of creating the recipe for some
we all
terrible
established
reason.
that this would be the roll that determines, and I did roll a 2 and a 3 on my dice, so and I have a plus 0. So
I would
and
like
also
to
I rolled with fear, so we'll just keep this going here. So we'll
I
just
would
put
like
this
to roll
nice recipe.
finesse.
No,
to
no,
get
it's okay. It's
around
okay.
him and
Just
dump
pass them over here.
the chili peppers
There's
into
no
the
need for
cauldron.
finesse. There's no
I'm
need for
rolling.
finesse in a case like this. No,
I'm
it's all
rolling.
you just got to follow the recipe
rolling.
as if you just stick to it. No finesse needed.
That would be
You
an
know
8 with a 4 on the hope die.
And they say that for a rhymey timer, you only need to cook it just for like 45 seconds. I think if we throw it in for 10 minutes, I think it should be okay.
No,
So
that's where I
we'll
fucked up
we'll
the
put it
last
together.
time. It needs to be in
No,
there
no,
at
no.
least
You
10
got to
minutes.
trust me here. We've divvied up the effort. We can't. There's too many cooks. You know. You got to focus on one thing. So I'll do the recipe. Here it is. I've written it out for you.
So, Jin, you're cooking around the recipe then.
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
With a
I'm
finesse.
putting
Oh,
the
well.
stuff straight in the pan.
So, I need that roll, and then I also need you, since the recipe is just not good, I
No,
need
I
you
don't
to
know what
also
you're talking about.
roll a disadvantage dice, which is going to be, you're going to roll a d6,
Okay.
and you're going to minus that from your roll.
I think you guys will
Okay.
like what dice I'm using. People either love or hate this. The numbers are mismatched placement on the dice.
Ooh.
I
That's
actually
fun.
Thank you.
test
I'm
that.
waiting for somebody to say like ooh, because
Yeah,
I've been
I like that.
fun.
Chase, you have canonically bad taste in dice.
Chris, I have an extra one for you. I will bring it.
Excellent. All right. So what do we got in that finesse
Yeah.
roll? And is it with hope or fear?
5.
5 total with hope or fear.
That was the disadvantage.
That was
That's what
just
you're
the
minusing from your
disadvantage. So that's what you're going to
total
take away from your roll.
roll.
3.
3 with hope or fear.
That would be hope.
Okay, so 3 with hope. So you gain a hope. I don't gain a fear, but that is a failure. And so the recipe is a bit messy. Now you're able to kind of get the flavors right, but the technical skill of the recipe is not the best. So after this comes out, it tastes good. The textures are maybe off. Who wants to try to pretty it up with the presentation using a presence?
Have you ever read those
I can do that.
like really old recipes from like the 1300s where they're
Yeah.
so bad because they're just like cook it until it's good, then add
Yeah.
the right
And
amount of
Jell-O.
salt. You know, add
It's always
ones that were
Jell-O.
like hundreds of years old, and they're
Oh,
always just like, and
Oh.
they just give no amounts. Like add appropriate seasonings, cook until done, then put somewhere. Like all
Apply
right,
Yeah.
heat.
thanks, man.
All right.
What is it? You're gonna
Who's
see.
got the presents?
You're gonna see as Mateo just kind of like will take the dish and is very hesitant about it, but then he'll start meticulously moving things around, putting a little bit of a smear, making it as presentable as possible. He will roll a 20 with fear, as he realizes very much that the last time he did this, it ended up being rhyming, and he's hoping that it doesn't happen again on a larger scale.
It won't because I did the ritual.
So, it
Okay.
tastes good. It looks good. It's not the most technically advanced recipe. And with you rolling with fear on that, you do succeed, but you had to last minute pretty this up because it was unacceptable to present. So you're going to suffer a stress as that task was put on you to kind of try to salvage it, which you did.
And somehow Garbage got through the whole fiasco without having to roll anything.
You controlled Toad's chatter.
You have to
Yeah.
serve it. Bring it out without dropping it.
All
I'd
right.
love to.
So with the recipe made, now we skip back to the current time as you guys are walking into this party of Queen Bellarissa the Fourth. And you walk up this red carpet and you guys hear bustling and constant trumpeting followed by somebody shouting names. And you can see that there's a check-in at the front. And as people are accepted on the list, somebody is announcing their names. So you guys get up to the front, and there is a little goblin greeter dressed in a very nice long servant's coattail, does a deep bow. Names for the feast, please. He has a very long scroll.
Oh, please go ahead.
Uh,
I believe this is His Honorable Matteo and retinue.
Yes.
Checks the list. Goblin gives a thumbs up to the trumpeters and the little trumpet chime. Matteo has arrived. And they greet you in Matteo.
I'm Garbage. Let me in there. I'm a
They-
special guest.
The goblin kind of tilts his head and then looks at, nods and gives a thumbs up. Trumpet. Garbage, the goblin has arrived.
Absolutely has. Hello. I'm gonna walk in just finger gunsing. Is that a verb?
They look at you, Jin and Gerbert.
I'll place after you.
Okay. And Jin does not look at Old Toad very well. Seems a little awkward now. And says, hello, yes, my name is Jin. Gin.
He looks over the list and looks over it again, kind of puts a very long fingernail down the list. I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing a Jin on the list. Is there perhaps a clerical error?
Oh, I know what it is. So it was probably my parents. They have a nickname for me. They probably put my nickname down on the list. That is Naive. Nai for first name, Eve for last name. Naive.
Ah, yes, there it is. Points and gives a thumbs up. Naive has arrived.
Thank you. And she'll just trot in.
And you, sir?
Okay, so you come here, come a bit closer to me. Come right up.
He leans in.
Okay, hello. So I should be on that list. There should be a Gerbert the Brew, but please, don't announce it. I'm on the list, right?
He looks on the list. Yes, but I am supposed to announce the guests. It's protocol.
I know, but it's just but I would prefer perhaps could you announce me perhaps by my title?
And what would that be, sir?
Well, I'm the Lord Mayor of the Toad Village.
Go ahead and let's roll me a presence here.
Okay, here I go.
Can I give, hope for this roll?
Yeah, so if you want to assist, you can spend a hope and you can narrate how you assist, and then that will give you an advantage dice.
Yeah, so the watching as this is going on, you're gonna see as Matteo just kind of very quietly comes up, drops 5 gold right into the goblin's hands, and say, "Can we hurry this up, please?" And then simply walks back.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll with a D6 to add to your roll.
This is good. I have no presents. Okay, It's a 15 total.
Okay.
Am I rolling with fear? Sure.
Have
But
you
it's a
rolled with
15
anything
total.
but?
A 15 with fear. Excellent. That puts me to a total of 7 fear, in case anybody was counting.
No, I don't think you need that much. I think you're capped at 6, just like us for hope. That seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The goblin
I think
kind
you
of
capped
narrows
at
his
1.
eyes at you. I believe, sir, he was a bit short. He's going to hold out a hand for some more gold.
All right. I'll just reach in here. And I give him 1 more piece of gold.
Excellent. He'll take it, he'll bite it, he'll stick it in his pocket.
Once he bites it, he realizes it's not real gold. I'll give him another piece of gold. But, sorry, a bit of confusion there. That was a chocolate coin. There you are.
Eats it and then puts the new one in his pocket.
That one's real gold. I didn't think he'd check.
You said the Lord Mayor of Toad Town?
The Lord Mayor of the Toad Village. Thank you very much. It's not Toad Town. I'm not some cartoon character.
Yeah, that's the line.
Who do you think I am?
I think I'm a respectable gent.
The very prestigious Lord Mayor of the Toad Village has arrived. And some people clap as you walk in.
As I walk in, I make a very large show of being like, oh no, sorry. It's only prospective. It's not yet locked in. That's what I'm here to talk to the Queen about. I'm sorry. No, please, no.
And you can see that at the end of this large dining hall, so there's banquet tables just overflowing with different foods. And you guys can see there's people are bringing dishes. Not everybody, but people like yourselves are bringing dishes to contribute. And looks like they're just placing it on these banquet tables. But at the end of this banquet hall, you can see that the queen is sitting on kind of a proxy throne. She's an elderly woman. She's got a tall powdered wig that's got like some peacock feathers, making it look very decorative. And she seems to take note to that and kind of tilts her head and gives like a little nod of approval. All right, so you guys are all in the feast. And as you arrive here, this is just like I said, a large open banquet hall. It's got very fancy checkered floors. There's just exquisite chandeliers hanging overhead with magical candles, giving kind of like a multicolored effect up on the ceiling. There's a band playing live music that's magically enhanced. And as you all walk in, and after you've been announced, they hand each of you a candle. And when you take the candle, it starts to float around you just very slowly. You can see everybody who's entered has a unlit candle that's floating around them. And they also give everybody a tiny little bag of powder. I don't know if the rest of you would know this, but Mateo, you would recognize this ritual. This is called the candle dance. And basically, this is like how you ask somebody to dance at a royal event like this. Is if you want to ask somebody to dance, you have one ask at the party, and you take your powder and you flick it to light their candle, and then they can either light your candle back or they can extinguish it if they don't want to dance with you. And that is kind of the protocol at these type of feasts.
Mateo, do you tell us this?
Yeah, like Mateo
And how
would...
quickly do you tell us this?
Like as soon as everything is given to us, like Mateo will like turn his back and just go into extravagant detail of like how everything is supposed to be, why you should do this, why it is. He'll go into like a full-on history lesson about it before he would, like I said, with his back turned, kind of looking around at everything, and then turn back around. It's like, are there any questions?
I'm glad you said something because I was about to eat it.
Don't eat it.
Oh,
Don't.
I thought they were handing us free drugs.
No.
Sometimes that helps the voices.
Oh, you're gonna eat the powder. I thought you were gonna eat the candle, and I thought that's.
I mean, I have eaten candles before.
They're the one thing that doesn't scream, even though they're on fire.
No, I do have to say this. Look, this is a very prestigious event. We're trying to set a good impression, so let's avoid any sort of killing and or poisoning. Drink to your heart's content.
Don't talk to me.
And
We're all looking at garbage. Don't worry.
Okay.
Above all, have fun. I think is the biggest thing I could say. But let's please avoid the killing, unless Garbage there is somebody that is on your list. Then by all means, do it discreetly.
I don't know why you'd call me out like that.
You know exactly why I
all
call.
these lovely people.
You know exactly
I
why
don't
I'm
know what
calling
list
you out
you're
like that.
talking about. Shove the list deeper into my pocket.
My point exactly.
I want my best behavior.
Thank you. Now enjoy
You're
yourselves.
welcome, Captain Sightpants. Now can we get
You
going
promised-
or like?
You promised me you'd be on your worst behavior.
What?
Oh, you're
Jimmy
caught up
didn't
between
wanna
two
tell you,
promises.
No.
That was a
Oh,
joke.
Jen, I love you, dear, but let's just have a good time.
You're my favorite color.
I love that. All right, so now that the feast has begun proper, this is kind of just like a free-for-all, like everybody eats at their leisure. The only kind of there's a couple organized events like the dance that will happen later in the evening. But everybody is welcome to eat as they please and mingle. You guys are dropping off your dish at the table, I imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Where's
So
the kitchen?
I think with all of you having kind of your own goals, let's kind of just do like a round table. Everybody make a move of something they want to do at this party, and we'll just kind of go around and see how it plays out. Did you want to start on? You said you want to find the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. But I want to technically do two things.
Sure.
On my way to the kitchen, I want to get an apron so it looks like I'm part of the kitchen.
Ooh, okay. So you want to try to obtain a disguise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I mean, there are a lot of people in servers' uniforms that are currently serving. You don't
Guess
see
I'll have to
anybody
knock someone out.
Yeah, you don't see anybody that's in the main dining area that has an apron. But why don't you go ahead? Let's have you roll an instinct to see if you can navigate the castle and try to find either the kitchen or somebody with an apron.
Garbage hides.
Instinct.
Wearing an apron, I'm just saying.
Roll.
I would fit in so well, actually.
I think so. Here we go. Okay. That would be a 12 on hope.
A 12 with hope. Excellent. So make sure you gain your hope. And yeah, so as you kind of leave the feasting hall, you can see that like there are servants that are leaving the main feasting hall, and some people do as well. You see that there are also like guards that walk around and are kind of escorting people. The guards are trying to direct people into the feasting hall, but you do see people wander off for various things. You do see that out in the hall, you can see that there are some aproned people who are leaving towards the alleged kitchen. You see somebody walk down the hall wearing an apron, and you can see that to get into where all the apron people are going, they need a key. Looks like they all have a key, and it's behind a locked door. As you kind of keep watch on this for a bit, you can see that the cooks seem to be in a locked kitchen.
Okay. Is it easy or difficult to, well, I guess it'll probably come down to a roll of determining who would have a key.
As far as you can tell, it looks like you can see all of the apron folks who come and go seem to have keys, like on a little key ring on their pocket. It doesn't seem like it's like a head chef thing. It looks like it's all the cooks have a key.
Okay. It might take a little bit of time to do this, because it's kind of like the idea going through Jin's head is somehow distracting or taking one of them into like a side area, using vicious entangle to choke them out and make them pass out, and then take their key and their outfit and put them in a closet and go in.
This has jumped very
Excellent.
quickly to a level of violence I wasn't expecting on this evening.
Okay. Cool. So as you're finding a mark, let's kind of get everybody's starting task established, and then we'll come back to you. So
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna go around the table of like how people are oriented for me here. So Garbage, what are you up to as this feast begins?
All right, I think I've got a target here, if I remember correctly. Could you remind me what my target's name is?
Yes. So your target, Garbage, is Lord Gildren Halvane, who is bloated, smug human baron. He's got a braided beard and it's always just soaked in grease. You can already see he's just gorging himself on as much food as he possibly can. He's a very cruel, condescending man who once ordered a goblin village burned down that you maybe had some friends at. So you've got beef with him, and you also have beef with his bodyguard, Trash, who is just a gigantic 8-foot-tall Dracona enforcer with brass scales and just really hates you. And in fact, by the time that you spot them here at this feast, Trash already heard your announcement and is just like glowering at you from across the room.
Blow quick kiss to good old buddy Trash there. Now, if I recall correctly, the guy whose name I've already forgotten has a pretty cute daughter.
Yeah.
Did I get it right in writing down that his name was Lord Gildred Halvane?
Yep.
Oh yeah, baby.
Wow, Bill, way to be better than me.
Yeah, you want to know the Queen's name too? Because I got that down.
Oh, what? I remember that. It's Queen, Her Majesty.
It's Bellarissa the Fourth. Thank you very much.
Damn it! All right, yeah. I need to get on this guy's radar. So I'm gonna go looking for his daughter.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and you've been studying this guy. He's on your list. I mean, you can probably spot the daughter currently mingling with some other people. Why don't you tell us about the daughter? Give me a name and a description.
Yeah. So, she's got like shaved sides of her head and like a really floppy, long top, and lots of dark makeup on, kind of like a goth vibe, and stompy boots. Lots of piercings and tattoos. And I'm gonna go chat a girl up.
Excellent. And you saw some like people kind of try to like mingle with her, potentially see if they could get a candle lit, but you can see
super
that,
standoffish.
Yeah, she's pretty standoffish, and also you can see Gildren is actually doing his part to try to keep people away from her as well.
All right, well, first off, I'm gonna fix all of my jewelry so I'm as bling as possible. I'm going to fill a plate up with they're like crawfish but with giant lobster claws, and I'm going to approach with this huge platter. I'm basically going to take the whole thing off the table and just walk up with it.
Fantastic. So we've got Jin approaching a mark for a key. We've got you bringing food to Gildren's daughter. And what is Mateo up to?
Mateo's taking a look around to see if there are any prospects that he can see is around. Just whatever lady, gentleman, or gentle thing may be out there that could use some company for the evening.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll me a knowledge here to see analyze what kind of people would be potential prospects here.
Yes. Okay, cool. That is going to be a 17 with a 12 for hope.
17 with a 12 for hope. Fantastic. All right, so you'll gain a hope there. Yeah, so you can see, in the noble scene, you probably recognize a lot of the potential prospects here that could be, worth a relationship. So of those that you see, you recognize that there is Edgar Olorian, which is your past relationship. You can see he is here. He's an elven noble, tall silver hair, kind of clad in some very nice robes, and he tries to pretend like he doesn't notice you, but you can tell that he does. Aside from him, there is Sir Callum Briarfield, who is captain of the Royal Guard. He is in just gigantic white ceremonial armor that is like gold gilded on the details.
Mm-hmm.
He is a large, muscular man with curly golden hair. He's kind of known for being a bit dry and down to business, but deeply believes in romantic destiny. You've also got Princess Zaraline of the Shore, who is a female faun wearing a beautiful flowing seafoam colored gown. And her kind of notable trait, she's got bioluminescent freckles and very small little fawn horns. She's known to be a little bit of a flirt and likes to kind of get around and chat everybody up.
On, I've already called dibs.
No, you didn't. I've unmuted so fast.
Then we've got Dame Lucrezia von Maro, who is a female Infernus noble. There's rumors around that she's a vampire, though.
Smash.
People have seen her in the sunlight, and it's maybe doesn't hold any merit. But she's currently dressed in a sleek crimson shadow lace with a very, what's that called? A smoky eye makeup.
Chase, you already sold me on the. You already sold me with the vampire rumor. I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. And then the final prospect who would maybe be worth a relationship, though maybe not the most attractive, but very, very wealthy, is Prince Silas de Mark, who is just like a very unattractive little male halfling. He's very energetic and very social, wears way too much jewelry, is kind of known for being an asshole, but boy is he loaded with wealth.
Did you just describe me, but with less money?
That's kind of funny, I guess. Yeah, kind of garbage, Jason.
Extremely upset.
And those are kind of your main prospects here.
I think out of all of them, like, he is going to give that lingering look of like loving sadness to Edgar, while also just kind of giving like that very subtle like by the waist wave before heading over to the dame. And there will be like one final glance as he kind of like walks by and gives his attention to her.
Excellent. So you're heading to the dame. Now, as you catch that glance with Edgar, I am going to spend one of my fear, and you're going to see that Edgar gives kind of a pained look back, and it's just kind of hits you right in the heart from past memories. You're going to suffer a stress. And I'm actually spending 2 fear because I forced that move in there because you rolled with hope, so you didn't pass the momentum to me. So I spend a fear to take it, and then I spend a fear to make the move.
Fair enough.
All right. And then Old Toad, what are you up
I think
to?
as Mateo starts to walk away, you feel from like just reaching slightly up to grab at your elbow, you see Old Toad's hand just rest on your arm as he says, "Oh, look, thank you again for your help at the doorway. I'm just gonna let that sort of marinate for a little bit in the room. So I don't really want to talk to anybody at the moment. I feel like I've sort of made my move, I would say, getting that title out there. So I just thought I'd say, I know you're here. I know you don't like talking about it, but I got the impression you're kind of here looking for love. And look, if you need a wingman or anything, if you need someone to help, like if I can help you out at all, if you need me to talk to the Uggos or something, just let me know."
Real bro.
But whatever you want, like if you want me to, like if you need me to approach first, for example, ask someone to dance, get rejected, I don't mind. I don't like dancing anymore. Like I can stand still or fire a bow, but moving around, I've got 2 left feet, so I could throw myself. You could, I could, if you need someone to come in.
Toad.
Yeah.
I appreciate your assistance, my friend, but I think I got it from here. Worst case scenario,
Okay.
in the event that I do need your assistance, I'll give you this symbol and this signal, and it's like his right fist going into the palm of his left hand. I was like, that's the sign I'll give you in case I really need your help.
All right. If I see, I'll keep an eye out for you. If I see it, I'll come running.
Now,
And,
if you decide that someone has caught your eye, by all means, don't even worry about it. I totally understand. Enjoy yourself. This is well deserved, just like with everybody else. But
yeah, all right, lovely. Okay, well, good luck, I suppose. Well, what am I going to do? Oh, what am I going to do? I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm going to do? I'd like to talk to. I won't get up to the Queen because I think she's. I got to work up to that. You know, so it was a bit audacious. Could I go and try and find some kind of economic advisor to the Queen just to talk about various little things like that? In fact, I used to run hunts for the royal court years ago. Is there anybody I saw who would do, ideally, just from a sense of unmatched social standing? I'd like to find someone who's socially quite above me, but who, when they were a young boy, I led hunts for them. So I can have a little bit of like, oh, it's your old hunt master. That's sort of that's the goal, you know. Bit of an unbalanced social situation where I can talk a bit above my station.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't think Toad was canny to the ways of the nobles, but he is. I know how these things work. I couldn't approach the royal coin master, but if someone close to if the royal coin master used to be a boy under my care on a hunt, well, then I can approach him.
Yeah, you would recognize Junip the Silent, who is a young Infernus court orderly who handles a lot of that. Used to go on hunts with him. He is notoriously very shy. He kind of struggles with his position because he has such a hard time socializing with public speaking and things like that. But you see him, he looks absolutely just terrified, trembling, drinking maybe a little bit too much wine at a wine fountain that they currently have flowing on one of the tables.
Well, yeah, I'll approach Junip, but
okay, excellent. Back to you. On you are trying to take down a cook. So you've seen plenty wandering through the halls. What's your plan of action?
I want to specify one shorter than me. Even though I am about 7 foot, it's not that hard, probably.
Yeah, there's only one shorter than you.
Yeah, most of them are shorter than you. There's even like a handful of halflings.
There's a handful of half-hands. Let's see, what can I use as a distraction? Actually, so there was the wine fountain. So I'm gonna go over there and get a little bit of wine in the cup and then just kind of like wait by the door, casually sipping on it till one starts to walk past and oh no, and I trip and I spill it all over this person. And actually, instead of using vicious entangle, unless this doesn't work, by tripping and falling into this person, I want to basically tackle him to the ground and knock him out with just my body.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. So I think and you're trying to do this unnoticed, I imagine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that we're going to need a strength to grapple them down.
I regretted it as soon as I said it because it's a -1.
Oh, do you have something? Do you have something else you can try to use?
I'm doing it because
24.
I'm committing.
We commit to the bit.
Okay.
We do. You see the way I'm dressed?
So we need a strength followed by a finesse for the hiding.
And then I can use a hope if I would like.
If one of your experiences applies.
Okay, never mind. Which is totally fine because it's a 6 versus 5. So 6, 8, 9, 11, which is a 10, but I did get the 6 on the hope die.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so a 10
it's never gonna go this well again.
Trying to choke them out, and then go ahead and roll me a finesse as well to do this unnoticed.
Okay. That was 4 and 4 for equal on both. Oh,
that
wait.
Is a crit.
Wait. Nope, that is wrong. I was using my D6s for that one by accident.
Candela Obscura came out strong.
Yeah, I really did. Okay. So that's a 10 on the hope, 11 on fear.
Ooh.
That's a big roll, though.
Good roll, but
Okay.
it's scary.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't the opposite way.
So I gain a fear, and you are able to snatch one of these cooks. Like you said, the one smaller than you.
Yeah.
It's not a very able-bodied person. You're able to grab
Oopsie.
somebody and choke him out. And it seems like are you like dragging him out to the hall, or like what are you doing?
I'm gonna carry him in my arms, like yeah, or just like hold him like this, just walk him to the like maybe a side closet, a cabinet, whatever's gonna
Excellent.
fit him.
Yeah.
Oh, the side cabinet's
Stuff 'em
also
in a
locked.
cupboard.
And there's a
Yeah.
whole series of people going in and out of the
Just
side
carry,
cabinet
yes.
with their own keys. And you got to get one of them now.
Yes, and then I'm just gonna just spiral from there.
Every cabinet has a person by the end of the
Whoopsie.
party.
Oh god.
At least I can't hear them scream.
So this person almost passes out from sheer fear of getting grabbed.
Oops.
And you're able to find like just kind of like a nice side closet to
Cool.
pack them into. You're able to avoid most people as you're kind of like stuffing them in the closet. And I imagine you're grabbing the key in the apron.
Oh yeah.
As you turn to like close the door, you do see that there is kind of a tall hooded figure. You can't really see most of their face. You can see that they do have like a white beard. That's pretty long.
Smash.
But you can't see the eyes. And they're wearing like a very silver long cloak. And they're kind of like looming behind you as you do that. But before you even try to explain yourself, they just turn the other way and leave. Not in a
Oh.
panic. They just like,
Oh, I was gonna
Like
ask if you
nothing
wanted
business.
something from the kitchen. Okay.
Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
You can't see anything. And I'll pop right into the kitchen.
okay, excellent. Key goes into the lock. And we'll jump back over to garbage.
Okay, I was like, something's gonna happen with you saying that. We cool.
Chase, I would like to do a finesse of some kind to sneak poison into half of the prawn plate.
To sneak poison into what now?
Like, as I'm carrying the platter of
Mhm.
prawns, and I want to poison some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have an
Now,
ability
I took
to
a
do that?
stress. Yes, I took a stress, and I rolled my feature roll to see how many doses of poison I have. I have
Excellent.
5 tokens of poison, and I have
Wow.
3 different kinds of poisons that I can spend those tokens on.
Okay, love
Okay.
it.
So I need to like sneakily put it into my this food.
That's going to be a finesse.
Okay, come on, don't dice. Look at me. Do not let me down.
Just roll them well. Just do well. Just roll them
That's all
well.
you got to do.
Critical success with 7s.
Whoa! Okay, so when you critically succeed on a roll like this, you gain a hope, you clear a stress, and you get more than you bargained for. So,
Yes. Okay. Not only was I able to poison a few of these, I was able to get a smattering of poison types across these prawns.
okay.
And I managed to do it to like as I was dipping behind somebody, put it on, and by the time I walked out the other side, nobody had seen anything. In fact, the poisons made the prawns fragrant. It smells delicious. It's tempting. It's like a little bit of
Wow.
lemon, a little bit of Cajun spice. It's beautiful. Okay.
Poisons with aromatics. I love it.
Yes.
And they're already dead, so there's no screaming.
There's no screaming. Okay. And I'm gonna be like casually like just chewing one of them that's like not poisoned as I walk past this woman. And I'm gonna walk past, stop, take 3 steps backwards, and just look at her from her feet up to the top of her. Like, holy shit, you have the presence of a thunderstorm. Has anyone ever told you that?
Go ahead and roll me a
Smooth.
presence.
I'm using
Every
that.
day, actually.
That's
They
really
tell me that
good.
constantly.
It's really just a storm at Atronach.
2. Okay. I rolled with fear, but it's a total of 23.
Oh,
And she's a goth girl. She likes when people roll with fear.
Yeah, probably. I actually look a little
This
scared
is a
of her.
success. If you roll with hope, it's not going to work.
Not gonna work.
Not gonna work at all.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
turns
those are-
around
Them's the
and she
rules.
kind of smiles for a minute and then just kind of shrugs it off. That's a stupid thing to say.
Oh, come on, Zach and Stormy. You want to piss off Daddy and get swag nasty on the DF?
Sorry, and this is your interpretation of like a 24 persuasion roll? This is what you're like, oh yeah, that's going to
You
do
do
it
it.
for him.
I thought this would work really well. What are you talking about, Bill?
I'm shining and sweating over this.
I don't know like what any of that means. And she kind of like tucks like some hair behind her
I don't
ear.
know what you're doing.
Like you're kind of weird.
You know what? That's why people like me. Now, come on. You want to get a taste of this?
I mean, sure, whatever. I'm bored anyways.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to light your candle. And I'm going to take my platter and slide it on the table in front of her dad. Look him in the eye, say, "Don't eat that. I'm saving it for later."
The old reverse psychology poisoning.
Are you gonna light the candle?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You light the candle, and she kind of smiles, and she goes to light yours back. And as my fear move for you rolling with fear, the dad is gonna run up and say, "Absolutely not!" And he's gonna grab the candle and snuff hers out.
That bitch.
Dastardly.
You're not to dance with this literal garbage.
Rude.
I'm going to just turn to her. Do you listen to Daddy? Is that like your thing? Because I'm not terribly into that.
I mean, I don't want to dance anyways. Let's go do something else.
Oh, and Silent after my own heart. Let's go. We'll find a dark corner somewhere.
The dad looks absolutely furious. His face is just like bulging red. And he's.
Can I say something? Can
Yeah.
I make a suggestion? Can
Yeah.
they find the closet with the chef that's passed out? I need them to find it. He's just there passed out.
That's so funny. Yeah, so his
cry.
face is bright red. He's angry. You two leave. And you can see that he starts like just anger stuffing his face with all that food that was on the platter. And then notably, you see somebody in a long silver cloak with a long white beard that pulls his hood back and goes and sits down next to your nemesis here. And as he pulls his hood back, you actually recognize that this is another man that's on your list, Garbage. He's got a very long-winded title that you can never remember, but he goes simply by Betten the Third. He is an old wizard who has just caused you a lot of problems. He's been trying to get you arrested for a long time.
All right, so it's quick
I'm
snog
betting
and
you
then
have a
Daddy's
problem
got
with him.
business.
Quick snark.
Oh, so you're the daddy now.
I am now.
Garbage is
Got rid of
daddy
the
now.
last one. That's what we call the old switcheroo.
And
This
on that
character
note,
is your
Mateo.
fault, Aundawyn. I would never have played this. You hadn't made me start my character creation with the name Garbage.
Hey, I said you should. Okay. Look,
Just
all I said
accept,
was I named my characters first, and it's your fault. The first thing you thought of was
just
garbage.
accept responsibility for your actions, okay? Just that's all you
I'm
gotta do.
just not accepting.
Justin.
I came up with the name. That I will not take credit
Yeah,
for.
but when you suggested that M add daddy in brackets at the end of the name, that just seemed like you were overstepping.
That I will take responsibility for.
I'm the Garbage Daddy.
Hey, it's me, I'm the garbage daddy.
Jason's like, what happened?
What have we done?
What is
This is what happens when you invite me to the table.
We love it.
100%.
Well, Mateo, you gonna follow that?
Also, I don't know how you expect me to follow that. I will ask, what was the dame's name one more time, please?
Yes, the dame's name was clearly memorized by me as Dame Lucrezia von Maro.
So she crazy.
Oh, did you not write that down? You didn't write down that was Dame Lucrezia von Maro? next to Prince Kaelis Sealis the Mark and Zaraline of the Shore?
I
Do you want
heard.
to keep a track of Callum Briarfield here?
Listen, I heard
Look at that.
Vampire Mommy, and
So
that's
sorry.
I stopped listening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't
I,
ask us what the color of anything is.
I'm a simple man. I can't help this.
That felt like a high five, and that's how I'm going to interpret that.
I agree
It
with
was
that.
a please refocus camera.
I know.
But yes, also a high five. Nice one, Garbage.
Yes.
I think.
All right, yeah. How are you approaching this, Mateo?
Mateo's just gonna just after that a little bit of exchange. Heart is racing, but he's going to calm himself down a little bit by snagging at least 2 things of champagne as he walks on up and says, "Dame Von Morrow, nice to make your acquaintance. I hope you're having a lovely time." As he hands over one of the champagne glasses to her, if I can offer you a drink for the evening.
Yeah, go ahead and let's roll a presence to see your first impression here.
That is going to be a 15 with hope. Sorry, 16. 16 with hope.
16 with hope. Excellent. Gain yourself a hope. And she'll kind of turn nonchalantly towards you.
Chase,
Oh, yes?
you've invented a sexy, cool vampire dame lady that everyone's really excited to hear the voice of. And you have a choice here, because you could make it a really bad voice. I'm just saying, you said she's smoky-eyed and mysterious, and she's been waiting in the corner and no one knows much about you. You have the option. I'm just saying you're making a choice here. And to
How
think
dare
about
you.
the ramifications of the choice that you're about to make.
Yeah. Think about your choices really
Gosh, you
carefully.
could sound like a sexy vampire lady. That's perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, this is a pivotal moment
This is a pivotal moment.
in the story.
Very pivotal
Rolling
moment.
so with help makes me feel inclined to be nice. But that is hilarious.
I hate that you suggested this. Now I'm gonna have nightmares about
You
this.
just go you go with whatever you want.
She turns towards you, Mateo, and she gives you a smile, kind of looks you up and down, kind of just like shamelessly assesses you before even saying anything. And you are?
Viscount Mateo. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Viscount. I suppose it's a pleasure to make yours as well. At least you brought something bubbly.
Well, that's not all I bring, but at least this is to start the evening out.
Do you like riddles, Mateo?
I do enjoy me a puzzle every so often.
Let me ask you a simple one. See how well that brain works. What can you catch but not throw?
Sticky ball. Sticky ball, you can catch it, you can't throw it, it's too sticky.
What can I catch but not throw?
And if you can answer it as Justin, that's fine. Or if you think your character might be better at riddles, you can roll me a knowledge to see if you know the answer.
Roll a riddle check.
Let's see. If I had to guess, it would be a code.
A code? An interesting answer. Explain.
Well, you can always catch a code, you can catch a chill, but you can't necessarily throw it. You can pass it along if you so desire to, but then you'd just be a jerk for getting your other folks sick.
Look at this. My riddle has multiple answers.
I
I
was
am
thinking of a
impressed.
sticky ball.
Is that old toad in the background?
I
Wing
love to,
toting away.
I love to think like the scene is going on and then it just like out of focuses Mateo and we just see Toad in the background just shouting it out like that.
Oh, you're a sticky ball.
The answer I had in mind was feelings, and I was going to say that I don't catch those easily. I'm not a very good catch.
Oh,
Mm.
well, luckily for
But I am
you, I
impressed.
am.
I believe you are. Are you not Edgar's past love?
Past is the word that needs to be emphasized. I'm a free man.
I see. And so you are done with him?
I am.
I saw him look at you earlier. I'm a bit of a very perceptive. I like to see things and watch people. He
And
seemed a bit pained when he saw you.
and I've noticed as well that there are a lot of people that are very afraid to approach a woman of your stature and beauty. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm the first to drop on by. So hopefully that means something.
Hardly the first to stop by before you arrived, but I have not been so impressed. Do you wish to make Edgar jealous tonight?
I desire to have a pleasant evening, whether that is with seeing where the night takes us and hopefully having some fun at the end, or moving right along. I'm pretty open.
Well then, are you going to light my candle or what?
Never thought you would ask, as I will light her candle.
Excellent. You light the candle, and as you light the candle and the flickering flame kind of casts some shadows, you suddenly realize that there's a very looming large presence behind you. And there is another Infernus standing behind you. Very, very tall gentleman with bright red eyes. Just very well built. Like, this is a strong-looking, large, imposing gentleman.
Smash.
Smash.
Excuse me, before she makes a decision, do you mind if I have a chat with the lady?
I'll turn around and say, and by chance, who are you?
You don't know. You must not get out much. Name is Count Nivelin Ashcloak
Right.
of the Ashcloak House.
Okay, well, Kevin, I'm currently in the middle of asking for the dame to dance. So, by all means, you can have a chat after we're done, or if she decides she wants to have the chat now, it is up to her. Otherwise, Kevin, you're just gonna
All
have to
I
wait your
heard you
chance.
doing was getting a riddle incorrect and trying to twist it as knowledge. You catch colds often, boy.
Now, Timothy, this is not the time or the place, but if you so desire to, we can have a fair conversation out in back. I'm always down for those kind of conversations if you so desire.
Are you trying to be threatening here?
I'll let you interpret that as you want.
Excellent. Yeah, roll a presence.
Sweet. That is going to be a 15 with hope.
15 with hope. Excellent. He kind of looks you up and down and grunts. I've heard you're a bit of a feral for a noble house. I'll leave this one be. You're making a mistake, madam. And he'll turn and leave.
Have a good day,
She
Tommy.
looks very impressed.
Ew.
That last one was a roll with hope, you said, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, she'll light your candle back and continue chatting with you. All right, old Toad, what are you up to?
Ooh, okay. I'll go up to Junip, and I'll let's I'll go up and he seems a bit nervous. He's standing in the corner. Old Toad will go up and say, "Oh, I'm feeling a little sore.
Where'd you come from?
Junip, could you grab me a chair, please?"
He looks absolutely terrified. You've never even heard him be that loud before. Oh, yeah, let me get you a chair.
I just need to get off my feet.
He downs another glass of wine, fills it back up in the fountain, and he'll kind of clumsily drag you a chair over. He's clearly very drunk.
I'll say, oh, thank you, Junip, thank you. You look a little worried, son. What's going on?
And he gags a little bit. They want me to. The queen asked me to. I'm supposed to give the pudding toast.
Well, it don't seem like you're in a position to really do that, do you? Calm down. Here, drink some of this, and I'll just find something non-alcoholic that's nearby and pass it to him.
Yeah, they've got some very nice lemon cider nearby. Thanks. What? We used to hunt together, right?
Oh, I'm surprised you don't remember me. Hello.
I just remember you as, I wouldn't say old toad, but that's probably disrespectful.
No, call me old toad, please. Look, remember when you were a boy, do you remember hunting what's a funny, hey, somebody quickly throw me a funny fantasy animal that we could have hunted.
Floofganon.
Did you say Wolfganon? That sounds like a bad guy from...
Floofganon.
Okay, Floofganon. The enemy from Legend of Zelda. Now...
But floofy.
But floofy. Remember, he was like a large pig man with big horns, but a lot of fur. But you remember what I told you when we were hunting that Floofganon, right? It's about... Hey, you can't be stressed. It's paying attention. If you're clumsy, you're going to spook it. You just need to wait. Things will relax. You study it. Have you been studying this hall? These people here, they're your prey, right? Watch them. You got to say what you need to say to make them feel good. Look, you're not trying to hunt these people. You're not some kind of crazy maniac who'd find someone in the hallway, knock them out and steal their things and throw them in a closet. No. You're here trying to make them feel good, understand, get what they want out of it. You're given the toast, right? So stop, take a second and study them. Who do you see out there? What prominent people in positions of political power making do you see out in the room that you should know about?
Yeah, he'll look out to, over there. Maybe there's the Queen's head chef, Marnie Grisselweld. There's Viscountess Parnell Grieve. Lord Wexley the Seventh is even here. Oh, gods. That's too many important people. And I fucking hate hunting. You're trying to use these hunting knives. My dad made me go on the hunts. Listen, Toad. Old Toad. Whatever you said your name was. I quit. You make the toast for me, all right? You just tell the Queen that I'm done.
Okay. I'll part. In fact, why don't? All right, you get out of here, Mister. Do you have any notes or anything that you've been working on?
Just that the Queen tends to execute people if they embarrass her, so don't do that.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry, I'm old. I can be executed if I need to be. All right.
Junip out.
Okay,
he holds
Junip.
up his hands and he's just gonna walk away.
All right. Well, I hope somebody else was keeping track of some of them. I got Marnie Grisselweld, the chef, the least important person in that list of people. There was a Viscount, right?
Viscount Parnell Grieve and Lord Wexley the Seventh.
Wexley the Seventh. Not a Wexley's. Okay, well, I'm giving a toast now. Do I know he had a specific name for this toast? Is it something that I'm familiar with?
Yeah, so it's the pudding toast. And we'll say you guys are friends with Mateo, so I think Mateo would probably keep you guys in touch with the customs. Basically, there's always a royal pudding made from exquisite oozes that are hunted in the dungeon. It's the Queen's favorite, so everybody always eats the pudding together, and somebody gives a toast.
So, since
the
pudding is made out of ooze, does it ever die?
No. Well, it gets incapacitated to the point where it's not going to fight back.
Scientists,
it's the snack that eats you back.
They're undetermined as to whether ooze is alive in the first place.
Yeah.
Some people say it's a living thing, and some people say that's a gross pile of ooze. Stop talking about it.
If prepared correctly, it does not burn or melt you back.
Oh, lovely. Well, It looks like my plan is to give a good toast that'll ingratiate myself and say the right things for the right people to make it seem like I'm the man for the job. So what I need to do is I need to find out a little bit more about the Queen and about, let's say, Parnell Grieve and Wexley the Seventh. I'm going to continue to be old at people. So I'm going to try and find someone who looks. I was pointed out who Wexley and Parnell were, right?
Yeah, he like gestured drunkenly to him. They maybe even kind of like looked a little like, "What are you doing?"
Can I sort of scooch my way close to some servants in the same colors as Parnell Grieve?
Yeah.
And I'd like to do the exact same bit that I did with Junip, and I'd like to seem old and ask for one of them to get me a chair. You got to ingratiate yourself by asking people favors. It's a classic psychological trick.
Excellent. Yeah, let's have you roll a presence just to see like how well you continue this routine.
Yeah, lovely. I'm going to use one hope.
Okay.
To kind of use one of my experiences, one of which is I'm old.
Yeah. I love it.
That's one of the two canonical experience things that I've written down for my character. He is old. So it's easy to appear old because I'm old. So I'll take a +2. +2 doesn't feel enough when I'm rolling up to it. 24. Oh, yeah. That is a total of 22 with hope.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, this is effective.
I'm the oldest toad you've ever seen. I'm creaking, rustling, all the things an old toad does.
Excellent. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so you're chatting people up. You're making some impressions. It's going well.
All I'm trying to do is get any info I can from this person explicitly about, like, what does Parnell Grieve kind of like, what does he hate? What's he mad about? Like, oh, he was angry at you about that, was he? What? Oh, is he yelling at you? Like, trying to find out, like, like the things that are the political issues that matter to Parnell Grieve. These damn peasants, they don't like it when I tax them completely. I've taken all their money and they're still mad at me. That kind of stuff.
Sure.
That's the goal.
I love it. So you're chatting people up, getting information, and it's coming time for the candle dance. So people have like gotten their partners picked out. You guys have all been mingling and doing your things for a little bit. Jin, you were going into the kitchen. And by the time you got somebody stuffed in the closet, everybody else has been doing their thing, right? Go ahead and let's have you roll me a finesse or a presence. I'll let you choose which one to try to like just fit in like a cook.
Well, I have a +1 in finesse, so
Excellent. Yeah, let's do it to just not look suspicious. This is an exquisitely nice kitchen. It's humongous. There's a ton of staff. People are bustling around, making all kinds of different dishes. It smells amazing.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
well, I'm gonna be because that was a 23 with fear.
It's great.
A 23 with fear. Fantastic. All right. You're fitting in just fine here. Kind of going about the kitchen. Nobody really questions you too much.
Like,
and then you see that
twirls around
most
the
of
kitchen.
Most of the staff is going to pick up dishes of food and say, the dance is about to begin. This is when we change everything out. And you can see the head cook starts bustling out with the rest of them. And is going to, you can see that he leaves a cabinet open with a bunch of books. But I'm going to make my free move. He's going to say, oh, almost forgot to lock this up. And he's going to go back up to the cabinet, and he does some kind of like arcane rune and magically locks this cabinet. And he's going to head out with the rest of them.
I don't know if it really counts, but I do spell casting with instincts. Could I roll instinct to see if I can determine what kind of rune it is?
Yeah. In fact, you can try to disable it if you want with your spell casting ability.
We'll see how good I roll. Okay, that's a 20 with hope.
A 20 with hope. Ooh, that was a risky one. Good roll. Good roll. Okay, yeah, this is as you're kind of like checking this out, it is not only locked, but it is trapped and pretty dangerous. And you almost trigger it accidentally, kind of fiddling with it, but you are able to attune with it and disable that trap.
I'm gonna do it very like casually, maybe like whistling and humming under my breath. Looking around on occasion, make sure nobody's there, and then when it opens, I'll kind of like go through the books like, oh yes, that's what I'm looking for, until I actually get to what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Yeah, this is a book of royal recipes, and
I'll take the whole
flipping
thing.
through them, yeah, you do see a whole bunch of recipes, most of them including plants and animals and things that are probably horrific or disgusting to you. But you do see the one that you've likely heard of that you were wanting, which is a very special rice recipe that is said to not only be like just absolutely delicious, but it's supposed to like magically improve one's health and clarity. They call it the rice of enlightened harmony.
And my
It's a
favorite
sticky
food
rice
is
made with
mango
all kinds of
sticky
exotic
rice.
fruits. Yeah.
I didn't talk about this beforehand, but I think it would be cool, but feel free to say no.
Sure.
With my chest plate being heavy armor that is made out of wood, I think it'd be cool if there was a compartment in the front that I can just like unlock, open, shove the book in, and then close it.
Oh yeah, I love it. So you're taking the whole recipe book.
Oh, I'm taking the whole thing. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Overly ambitious.
Do it, lady.
I'm so happy you just did that. Okay, yeah. Royal
came out.
recipe book clunked into the compartment. Shortly after you do that, somebody pokes their head back in. It's time for the candle dance. All hands on deck.
What about hooves?
Hurry!
Okay. Just like run out like, whoa, rude much.
All right, you're going out with the cooks. Garbage. Did you go off to quote unquote snog with your nemesis's daughter?
Oh, 100%.
Fantastic. Where'd you guys go? What'd you do? I mean, like, where'd you go? You don't have to tell me what you did, but where'd you go?
Probably a good clarification. Yeah, I think that, well, I mean, it's not far. It's a closet. It's
Okay.
a coat closet of some kind.
All right.
We just sneak in.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a fear to have it be the closet. Because, you know,
Yay.
that's my prerogative.
There's just an unconscious person in here.
Yeah, you open the closet and
I'm
an
just
unconscious
pushing
little
in
halfling
further
pops
with my
out.
foot and then pull her in after me.
Excellent.
Could I intrude myself into this
Sure.
and open the closet door to like make sure that guy's still asleep, but to like accidentally walk in on these guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And with that fear, I'll integrate that into my move. You suffer a stress garbage as you think that, like, somebody's, like, walking in briefly.
I would also like to take a stress for seeing garbage with this person, with my knocked out person on the
With
ground.
my necklaces askew.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What is everybody using this closet?
I was just
Yeah,
making
what
sure
weapon
that
knocking?
I was hiding something in here, but you know, you guys do your thing, and
There's
I'm
a
gonna
groan in the corner. I just kick him in the head.
That's what I was looking for. Thanks for taking care of my luggage. Goodbye.
You guys, as you're having this discussion, a couple guards come walking by, and they're shouting, "It's time for the candle dance. Everybody, please proceed to the feast hall."
Oh,
I'd like to tear
did you
off the
want to go
apron.
ahead and get? Did you want to? Are we done here? Are we dancing? Like, what's the deal?
The guards don't seem concerned as they walk by you two, but they say, "Out of the closets, please."
Oh, I've already had to do that once.
3 other
Don't
closets
tell me
open
twice.
and couples step out. Like, oh, sorry, guys.
I love that, actually. Yeah, we just joined the walk of shame back to the
They're
dance
knocking
floor.
on all the doors with their sticks. Come on.
Out of the closet.
Garbage. I see you've out here. What did I? You know what? I'm not asking questions.
You know me. Just getting a little quality time with the closet.
I'm gonna Jin's gonna take off her apron and throw it into the closet behind, along with the
Perfect.
key. They don't need it anymore.
Yeah. Then
Well,
head back to the dance floor to see what's this whole thing going on, and I'm gonna try and spot the third, Borgin the third.
That's me.
Yeah, Benton the
Borgin.
third.
Borkin.
That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Yeah, so Mateo, I think you're the only one with a willing dance partner at this point at the dance. So the candle dance begins and everybody does the dance. Yeah, the daughter's gonna say, I'm not dancing, just so you know. Even if our candles were lit, that's not me.
Well, I mean, I thought we could just ruin the whole thing for everyone, but if that's what you like, then that's what you like. No question in here. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, see, I get a cut of Dad's coin, so I'm not gonna piss him off that bad.
You know what? Respect.
She's gonna
And
pat
I'm
him on
gonna-
the back. Thanks for the fun.
Yeah. Hey, let me give you this. I'm gonna pull one of my bracelets off and I'm gonna slip it onto her wrist. Here you go.
Okay.
That's for you.
She smiles. You're weird.
And you like it. You know what? I'm your kind of flavor.
She's just gonna saunter off with her new
She looks at
bracelet.
the inside of the bracelet and she says, "Who's Jin?"
Oh, man.
I can't be
Alright,
caught with
Mateo.
evidence.
Let's roll either a finesse or a presence for you to see how well you dance this dance.
Not bad. That's going to be a 14 with hope.
A 14 with hope. Gain a hope. And yeah, you dance very well. She is a good dancer as well. She follows your lead. And you two get some very approving looks as you're one of the better dancers in this group. Go ahead and clear a stress as well if you have one, because this is just very enjoyable. Your confidence is high. Things go well. And it's a very beautiful dance. The lights kind of magically tune down from the chandeliers, and all of the candle lights of the dancers kind of light the dance floor instead. It's very beautiful. And then after the dance is done, everybody kind of properly bows to each other. And then the queen is going to stand up, and she is going to do just like a little golf clap, but it echoes magically through the halls. Thank you, everyone, for such a lovely dance. Now, please be seated as we break into the royal pudding and hear from Junip for the pudding toast this feast. And, Old Toad, as you've been kind of gathering with people, word has gotten around that you're doing the toast as you've been chatting with people, and one of them will go correct the queen and whisper into her ear. There's been a change of speaker. Please, the Lord Mayor of the Toad Village?
Oh, no, just perspective, Your Majesty, of course. After further discussion, of course, it's more of a hopeful title than a current one. I apologize for any confusion that your doorman may have created. But yes, I'd like to. I'm happy to give my speech.
And what you've gathered from
yes. Could I?
you said
Could
you
I
wanted to
also
get-
make
Oh, yeah.
just to get even more info? Could I retroactively make a roll using my other experience plus 2,
Sure.
which is days of inactivity, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
my capacity to just sort of sit and start to disappear into the background, unmoving, because I'd like to sort of get myself into that servant area with my being old, getting some favors, sort of getting a chair, and then just sort of try and be forgotten as I sit perfectly still and look like the chair itself, just so when I hear that, because the complaints of servants lets you know everything you need to know about people's desires as lords and ladies. So can I make that roll too?
Yeah, so I won't even make a roll for it. Go ahead and spend the
nice.
hope for the
I'll
experience.
spend the hope.
And then what you can do here, so you, through eavesdropping and chatting with people and just kind of being around, you've gathered that the more important people of the court are really fed up with all of the backstabbing and undercutting of the lower stationed royals that are trying to work their way up. And they're just kind of sick of the corruption and the backstabbing. So if you want to integrate that into the speech, you can go ahead and roll twice advantage for both of those. And when you get multiple sources of advantage, you'll roll a d6 for each one, but you will only keep the highest.
Yeah, lovely. What I will describe in my own head as Lancer rules.
Yeah, there you go. I've heard that from multiple people, actually.
There's a lot about the design of this that reminds me of Lancer. I'd be hesitant to be like, oh, look, they've taken design elements from Lancer, because there's just as likelihood that they've both taken from the same other source that I just haven't read. But it does remind me a lot of the way narrative roles work, and the way advantage works. Yeah. And the way how we're all piloting big mechs, right? We're all in giant mechs.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing the whole time.
Pretty much.
I'm actually a smaller piece of garbage within the larger element.
So I get up. I'm running a Harrison Armory Drake license level 3, and I make my speech.
Fantastic.
I do gotta say,
I think Drake's Harrison Armory.
I do gotta say, as we're just kind of in the audience, Mateo's just going to look and just be like, the son of a gun did it. Don't know how, but he did it.
Okay. Gerbert gets up and he walks to the
did
center.
all of you gathered in the feasting hall, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gerbert
Quick
walks to the
introductions.
center of the room, but he goes. You know the moment when Willy Wonka appears in the original movie, and there's just everyone's just really quiet as he slowly walks. That's the pace. I don't do the flip at the end.
Yeah.
I'm just an old toad. And he gets up and he says, "Lords, ladies, your majesty, people of the court, young and old, rich and poor, cool and ineffectual. We are gathered here for a great feast and to eat a wonderful pudding. And isn't a kingdom just like a wonderful pudding? Everything in balance, everything in harmony, everyone working together the way a good kingdom should, and the way I'm sure many of you are working. There's no room in a pudding for disharmony. There's no room in a pudding for one ingredient taking up more space than it should. Everything is just right. And it's why, in her wisdom, Her Majesty has served a pudding this evening and every evening to remind you how to work together. Now, I have experience with this myself. The previous mayor of Toad Town in the dust village from which I came has sent me here to tell you there is to make sure it's very clear there is no backstabbing, no undercutting in our community. He is voluntarily placing leadership in my hands. He is stepping down and he's asked me to come here to remind you all of this fact. And I bring it up only to show that even on the very fringes of this grand kingdom, we are working in harmony and we're talking through our problems. And it's only through the good example of everybody here that we on the outskirts can lead with such compassion and integrity. So thank you. And also, to your health. Puddin's down, everybody! Get that puddin' in ya! That's the official end of the puddin' speech.
Excellent. Yeah, so as you're giving that speech, you get some eye rolls from some of the lesser nobles that clearly don't agree, but the queen looks very pleased, as do a lot of the more important people of the court. And as people kind of raise their spoons to eat their pudding, your speech finale is a little overshadowed, as before people start taking bites, there is a horrific... What does your poison look like now? Garbage as this takes effect.
My speech?
I believe that is just the absolute perfect segue. Okay, Chase. So, first off, Gorgon's root. The target's difficulty gains a permanent -1 penalty.
Okay.
That's the first effect. The second
Okay.
one is that they mark a stress.
Okay.
And then the third one is that they take a d6 damage.
Okay. Roll the damage.
I picture all of these in conjunction is probably just like a terrible effect. I guess I'm just gonna roll with a regular dice because I don't know how to do just a d6. I got a 5.
So a 5 is major damage because it is over his threshold of 4, which means he loses 2 hit points, which means he dies.
You killed the man!
Well, that's what I'm here for. What are you talking about, little toad? Okay, so I picture very pale, green streaks running up the neck, frothing at the mouth. Probably a choking scream, more screaming from the people around him, falling to the ground, thrashing, eyes rolling back in the head, hair starts falling out at a rapid pace, and then stillness.
Excellent. Now, Benton the Third stands up and just kind of like looks appalled, and people kind of get panicked, and the queen stands up to see what's going. Guards gather around the queen.
I point at Benton.
You point at Benton.
Yeah.
He sees that, and he like throws off his cloak. He's wearing just kind of like arcane garb. Looks much more threatening with the silver cloak off. And he points back at you, and his voice kind of magically enhanced booms. Do not accuse me! That goblin is a murderer. I've been trying to put him away for years. And this man, he points at Old Toad, is an imposter. These hunters don't belong at this feast. They are ruffians and murderers and should be arrested immediately.
Are
we gonna listen to this assassin?
Whoa, are you questioning the queen? Our invitation was specifically from her. And you're the one standing next to the poor dead guy.
Jen is
And,
just sipping on the pudding like...
Excellent. The pudding is like, it looks kind of like lava, but when you sip it, it's got like a very warm cinnamon type flavor. It's absolutely delicious, like a nice flavored rice pudding. Now I've been tracking secretly a clock of your reputation throughout this, and you guys ended up on the positive side, so the guards are just going to kind of hesitate, and the queen is going to stand up and like hold a hand as everybody's chit-chattering and everything. There will be no decision made, but a death in my court does require a proper investigation. And Benton just kind of holds his hands up. Your Majesty, you cannot be serious. They've never been to court. There's never been a murder to your court until you bring these foul creatures into it.
Is that...
And she holds up a hand.
You...
Benton, you will be quiet.
I think you'll hear Mateo shout out saying, is that how you've been taught to speak to our queen, her majesty? And you dare call out these folks? For what reason, sir, should we even look at them when you are acting out of pocket yourself?
Yeah.
Lucrezia's kind of like hanging onto your arm, and she turns towards you. Good cut down.
Yeah, fuck you!
He just looks so angry and closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. And when he opens his eyes, they're glowing with like a purple energy, and he's going to throw his arms out to the side. And all of the doors around the feasting hall are going to turn into like arcane seals. They're going to slam shut. And you guys are suddenly surrounded by just like glowing walls. All the exits gone. And are any of you guys wearing metal armor?
No.
Leather.
I think
All of
we're
you
pretty
can
chill.
not take metal armor?
I've got a metal weapon, or one of my weapons.
Okay, it won't affect weapons. Anybody wearing metal armor, which is going to be the guards in this case, are all going to get like magnetically like thrown back to the wall.
Jewelry.
You guys are fine. What was that?
All
Garbage is
garbage is covered
jewelry.
in stolen jewelry.
So it
I
doesn't
think that
affect
deserves
trinkets.
a
So
punishment.
it's just
Metal.
armor.
And my
Yeah.
metal... my metal bracelet that you gave away!
But no, I
Yeah,
can't.
your
was
trinkets
made
maybe do
from
like a
iron.
brief little like pull, but it doesn't seem to affect them like it does the armor.
Nice.
So the guards get thrown back. People start panicking, and he is going to say, "That's enough. If you won't deal with this, Your Majesty, I will deal with it for you." And
that man
we are
needs to
now going
die.
to be in danger. So,
I'm in danger.
for any of you players who are using the VTT, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to
Oh.
activate a map
Ooh.
if you would like to use it.
Oh, it's
Um,
right. I don't think I can.
Now he is going to let out one more burst of energy. He gestures a hand towards you all, and there's like a shockwave of magic that goes across all the banquet tables. It blows past all of you. It maybe like makes your hair kind of brush back as it goes through, but it doesn't hurt or seem to have any effect on you. But after that energy settles, the floorboards start to crack, and a bunch of skeletons start to claw their way out of the floor around him. And notably, a bunch of the food starts to float around the room in kind of a cyclone, and it starts to morph together into this like big creature made of food. It's got like large hams for eyes. It's got the body of a cow snake. It's got a bunch of like clawed bits of monsters together to have big claws, and it just makes this big food monstrosity.
The horns of a floof cannon.
I would like to, whatever my turn when happen do be, would would be to perform my personal ritual. So any flowers, any thing that was still technically alive, stop screaming. I would like to release their souls.
Excellent.
So then I can
Yeah,
fight
you
with
can
a clear
do that
mind.
as this is happening.
Great.
And yeah, go ahead and actually roll me an instinct for that.
Oh, if you're playing,
Okay,
if you're
someone
watching
send a
this,
I see.
screenshot, please.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
setting it.
I need to know.
now
Jace,
there might,
did you make this just by combining random images in Canva?
I did. I used Canva and I threw a bunch of food on top of a
It is a-
dragon face.
it is
I
a
love
picture of a
that.
dragon. It has two giant hams for eyes. So like the front is the circle of the ham, but at the back it means it has ham bones sticking out of the back of its skull, and it's got 3 pies on its chest, so that it's just a series of pie crusts going down.
I was expecting a lot, but this is way better than I thought it was going to
You
It's
be.
didn't have enough.
amazing.
You weren't expecting enough.
This is incredible. It's true.
The skeletons are clearly doing a cool dance. Like that's
Oh,
their
yeah.
b-boy skeletons. They're part of
They were
it.
jamming to the candle dance underneath the floorboards.
I love this so
I mean, we've all
much.
seen K-pop Demon Hunter. They're under the
I
floor.
haven't yet. It's on my to-do list.
Same.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Same here.
Okay.
So
I'll
this
have
is your
it.
first combat. So just a little bit about how it works. Like I mentioned earlier, Daggerheart does not have initiative. So you are considered in danger. The only changes that means is that you cannot change your armor freely. And if you want to change weapons aside from what your primary equipped weapons are, you have to mark a stress. So you're assumed to draw your weapons that you have in your primary equipped. If you ever want to change to something else, you mark a stress. Other than that, I don't make a move unless I spend a fear to interrupt the momentum, or I make a move when you roll with fear or fail a roll. Other than that, you guys will choose. Just everybody basically does one thing. If you have to move further than close range, you'll technically have to make an agility roll to not suffer a consequence as you approach. But you can move and do one thing on your turn. It's like there's no set rule on it, so you can technically take as many turns in a row as you want. Though courtesy is that you do one general thing and then you pass it to somebody else. There's certain things like my general rule is if you don't make a dice roll to do something, like as the druid, if you wild shape, that shouldn't count as your one thing. You can still do something else because that's just like you can shift in the middle of your turn. If you buff your weapon with a spell, that doesn't count your one thing. So just like do one fluid thing and then pass it to somebody else.
I'm glad
And
you
generally
said
everybody
that.
should be doing one thing before you do another thing. If
I
that
need
makes
to
sense.
Yeah,
It's kind of just narrative flow wins. So
While people are sort of figuring out what exactly they want to do, could I ask a quick logistics question about the place that we're in? So as we're looking at this room in the VTT, and I think some people is there audio only listeners?
Right.
So I'll try and I'd like to place that we all four of us are seated around a central table, and off to our left, maybe our west if you'd like, because we're all facing different directions. Off to the left of the screen, there is another table with a bunch of skeletons and a wizard. To the right side of the screen, that table is where the food dragon has appeared. My thought was, we were in this room giving the speech. Is the queen somewhere in this room?
Yeah, so the queen is right behind the food dragon. So her throne would be like kind of right back there. And she's kind of rushing off to a corner since all of her guards just got stuck to the walls. And actually, like, pretty much most of the people, there's not a lot of combat experience in here. People are kind of panicking and just moving towards the back of the room.
Lovely. Well, I know what I'd like to do if people are happy for me to do it, but I'm also don't want to, if anyone else is desperately thinking, here's what I want to do, let me know. But otherwise,
yeah, go for it.
Yeah, do it.
I'm going to run towards the queen to put myself between the queen and the dragon.
Nice.
Still, ideally, I wouldn't say I mean, range-wise, I've got a bow out, so hopefully I'm not trying to get into. I'm not running to the dragon. I'm running to the queen.
Excellent.
And I turn. I say, "Oh, Your Majesty, please stand back. I'll keep you safe as the future mayor of Toad Town." And I, not Toad Town. I'm not a cartoon character. Toad Village. And I would like to try and shoot at the at Food Dragon.
Yes, please do. All right, so when you make an attack roll, you choose the weapon, you roll your d20, and your 2 d12s, and you'll add any of your associated skill for whatever the weapon rolls. So I think the bow is agility, if I'm not mistaken.
Bow is agility, which I have 2. I'm also going to take 1 stress, to allow me to. Oh, so actually, sorry, that's when I make the damage rolls. Let's see if I hit first.
Excellent, you got it.
Okay, so here we go. Hi-ya. Hey, you know how at the start of the game I rolled a 2 and a 3, where the 3 was on fear? I've done it again!
No!
Nice.
Oh,
That's
no.
a 7. That's a fearful 7, they call it.
A fearful 7. Okay, so a 7 does not meet the difficulty of the monster, and you rolled that with fear?
That was with fear.
So I gain a fear, and then because you failed, I now get to make a move, which will generally be across against the person who generated it. Not always, though. And this thing is going to, so your arrow kind of connects with it, but it just clunks into a part of it that doesn't seem to really affect it. And
It's
it
the
turns
bone
at
of
you
the
with its
ham.
big, angry ham eyes. And it is going to make a move here. And for its move, it is going to roar at you and like let out this aromatic breath that just smells so absolutely delicious that it is intoxicating. So you need to go ahead and make me a presence reaction roll. Now, a reaction roll works like any other roll. The only difference is the hope and fear don't matter. So you won't gain a hope. I won't gain a fear. You're just going to see if you meet the...
And the points don't matter.
How does a 15 feel?
A 15 is enough, so you will just mark a stress on that success.
All right, I have marked a single stress.
Instead of an additional effect. And then this thing has Relentless, which means I can spend a fear to spotlight it again on the same turn. So I'm going to spend a fear. And after it lets out that breath, it's going to
What if I spend a
trample
hope
up
and say
next
no?
to you, and it's going to chomp down on you. Or try to, anyways.
No, don't eat me.
So I, as the GM, will roll a d20, and this is against your evasion. And that's going to be a 10.
Oh, a 10. Oh, was it only a 10? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dragon. Did you just get a 10? Let me just quickly check. Oh, I'm so sorry. You didn't hit the 14 required. Get out of my face.
Eat that, Nami Dragon.
Nice. Excellent. So you dodge out of the way this big chomp. The food kind of just like ripples across it as the shockwave of the force of it hits the ground instead. And that's it for me. I could spend fear to spotlight additional enemies, but I'm not going to. So who else wants to?
I'm gonna hold on to it for later.
I think at this point, Mateo is going to look at Dame Von Maro and be like, Well, you remember the conversation we had just a little while ago where I was really good with my hands?
I do, but this is a weird time to bring it up.
Well, you'll see the other uses for my hands as he's like rolling up his sleeves and then just straight up does the Henry Cavill shot. What is it?
I was explicitly
Reload.
going
Yeah,
to request that you do the Henry Cavill arm reload.
Yes, 100% the reload as he just pulls it up to a guard and then just straight up heads over to this dragon to try and get a strike on.
Excellent. And you are close enough to move up and make your hit, so go ahead and do it.
I think you should do it with advantage.
Well, if I could, I'd love to do it with a.
I think you should do it
haymaker.
with a plus 10 bonus as well. Like, why not?
I mean,
Now, if you do have a hope to spend in a relevant experience, you can get a plus to it.
Absolutely, it is puts the guard up and then just goes for the dash, jumps up into the air, uses a hope to use my haymaker to come down with that punch.
Nice. Okay, so you're going to roll that. You're going to get a +2.
Okay, that is going to be that's going to be an 18 with hope.
Okay, so you'll gain a hope. I will not take a move in return to retaliate, and that's going to hit. So now you're going to roll your damage. And if you're attacking with a weapon, your weapon will have a damage dice, and you roll a number of those damage dice equal to your proficiency.
Alrighty.
I think at level 1, everybody's is 1.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's going to be a 7.
Okay, so 7 damage. And is this magical or physical damage?
This is going to be magical.
Okay, so when you hit that, the magic of that blast from that punch, it seems like there's an energy holding this thing together that seems kind of resistant to magic. So that is going to be halved, rounded up. So it's going to be 4 damage, which is going to be under its first threshold, so it does minor damage. It will lose 1 hit point.
Okay. And then if I can, I would kind of like maneuver myself to where like I'm next to or slightly in front of Toad.
Sure.
And that's it.
You got it. Okay. All right. Who's next?
I'll go, if that's okay, on.
yeah.
Garbage is gonna look over at everybody fighting this food beast?
Food
Ooh,
beast,
beast.
dragon, cow snake.
Yeah, exactly. And then they probably got that. And I'm gonna look at the real source of the problem, surrounded by skeletons. And Garbage is gonna look over at Jen and say, "All right, honey. I think that we got some skeletons to put back to rest. Don't you think so?"
Yes.
All right.
I did take their souls, but we can take their bodies too. I didn't take their souls. I took the souls out of their body.
I don't have time for that. I don't have
Did
time
you hear
for
that
this.
fawn lady? She said she took those skeleton souls.
She's a necromancer. Get her. Get everybody. Draw your swords and turn against the
Crap.
walls.
Gossiping so quickly.
I'm too pretty for this.
Now, as
I'm
you
gonna-
run past their Garbage, you're running past the table up towards the necromancer, Betton the Third, right?
Yeah, betting.
I'm going to spend a fear to take a reaction because
Yeah, that's
as you're
fair.
running past that table, a bowl of pudding suddenly starts to wobble and is going to launch up and attack you, as it looks like his energy burst has also reanimated some of the puddings.
What?
Don't attack me too hard. My evasion's only a 12.
Okay, so this is going to make an attack against you with advantage since I spent that fear and it was undetected. So that is going to be a 13 with the advantage.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
Okay. So the damage you're going to take, this is magic damage in case that is relevant.
No matter.
Okay. And that's going to be a total of 5 damage.
So that is minor.
So
Wait.
you take 1.
I take 1.
Yeah, so it's under your first threshold.
Yep.
Yep.
Under my
so
first.
you'll lose 1 hit point unless if you ever want to mark one of your armor slots You can reduce it by one
I'll
step.
save it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just one. I can get pudding smashed all over, and that seems acceptable for garbage
Fantastic.
to have happen
Okay.
to them.
Continue with your turn. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, how could you? Okay, yeah, I run by, I get puddinged, and slide up on good old Benton here. I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna attack him with my cooking knife.
Go to hell.
Meet you there.
Okay.
I am also, Chase, going to spend a hope and use Vital Striker to give myself a +2, if that's okay.
Yeah, you got it. You said you're attacking with both daggers?
I am attacking with my cooking knife, and my other secondary weapon is a crossbow, a hand
Oh.
crossbow.
Excellent. Okay, you got it.
Okay, we are rolling. We've got a critical success.
Ooh, a critical success. Okay, so
Yeah.
Daggerheart damage crits are kind of awesome. So let's talk about this. When you crit on a attack, you are going to take the maximum damage that you could roll for that damage, and you're going to add that, and then you're going to roll again. So you will get max plus another roll,
Okay, so we're starting out at 9.
and then also gain a hope. Remove a stress.
Okay, if you insist. Okay, we're gonna roll my normal damage. I rolled max damage. So that's gonna be 18 plus Chase. I have an assassin class feature called Ambush. When you move into melee and make a successful weapon attack, you can mark a stress to force the target to make a reaction roll with a difficulty of 11. So please,
Damn.
please
What's gonna
make
happen?
a reaction roll.
11's pretty
Okay.
big. You expect a 13 on 2d12.
It's true.
And what's the reaction roll for again?
It just this
We'll
on a
find
failure, I get to increase the damage of my attack by a number of d6 equal to my tier.
Okay. I got a 13.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't work. I take the stress anyways, and I just attack him for 18, Chase.
So 18. So this guy has a threshold of 5 and 9, which means 18 is double his major threshold, which is called massive damage, which means you mark 4 hit points. So how do you kill him?
So
Holy
I'm basically mid-air when he says, "Go to hell," and Garbage just grins like, "I'll meet you there," and lands with the blade of his cooking knife right in his heart, and comes down with the other hand and just slams it in deeper. The knife is fully buried past the hilt. It's incredible. It's a really devastating blow.
There's a person like behind him against the wall that just ah.
Can I add a little bit of gin? So like as this like epic thing is going down, like blurry in the background, like right before the death and as the death happens, it's just Jin is just conjuring up like all of the elements for this huge attack, and then this person dies, and you see everything just kind of fall to the ground in like a waterfall. It's like, oh, he's dead.
Oh man, I love it.
Sorry, Toots. I'll leave some for you next time.
Thank you.
And as he falls, several of those skeletons just collapse. But there is one that looks like it's a little more substantially put together. It's got like glowing runes on its bones that is still operating.
Okay,
And
skeleton.
the food dragon, or beast, or creature, or whatever you want to call it, does seem very agitated, but almost just seems like more angry. But it is going to gain the vulnerable condition for now, which means it's going to, every attack against it gains advantage.
Nice. Did Jin take an action for this first part?
Don't believe so.
Would you like to review animal types?
Yes. So after the waterfall
Oh, that's
goes
right.
crashing down, what can I do?
Yeah, so your beast forms that you have is you have an agile scout, which is kind of good for like scouting and being sneaky, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a nimble grazer, which is going to make you evasive and more dodgy, so harder to hit. You have an aquatic scout, which is probably inapplicable here. You have a household friend, which is like a cat or a dog or a pet that you can use to give your companions advantages. You have a pack predator, which helps you do extra damage and fight better. Or you have a stalking arachnid, which you can use to poison people, web things to detain them, or climb.
So I think I'm gonna turn into a chinchilla. I'm gonna
Excellent.
roll around in some like chip dust or something on the table before getting up and just kind of like shaking my whole body, going blah, 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 and getting it everywhere. And I'm
Awesome.
just gonna, when somebody needs advantage, I'm just gonna go and boop them with my tail.
Nice. Okay. Got it. And then, so when you're in your household friend form, when you give people advantage, you give them a D8 instead of a D6.
Whoa!
I do want to say too, I still have my purple horns.
That's so cute.
Those are
Also,
still
in Daggerheart, you can still talk when you're in your beast forms. So,
I choose not to, and I choose to only squeak.
so cute.
Squeakers, squeakers.
Okay. So that was
Squeaky
everybody
squeak.
acting that round. So, who would like to go next?
Again, I know what I'd like to do if people need time to think.
All you.
Face to face with a big old food dragon, I step back. I say, "Oh, excuse me, Your Majesty," and I put an arm around her waist. And then I would like to use. No, did I kiss her? No. Then I'd like to, as one of my Toadman ancestry capacities. Now, feel free to tell me that's not what's written down, you idiot. Get out of here. But
Sure.
I have a long tongue. Oh no, it does say I can grab onto things, so I don't have to use it as a finesse weapon within close range. So I'd like to just grab the queen by the waist and then go blah, and tongue flies up to like a chandelier, so I can swing us away like the worst swashbuckling hero you've ever seen.
100%.
I don't know,
I
that's
will
pretty
allow that.
sick.
That's pretty dope.
And just get some distance between us and this big old creature.
Excellent.
Jin
So
sees
close
this
range means
happen.
you can move within 30 feet. So, like, you're gonna get like as far away as you possibly can.
Yeah. Just with the queen, just off to
Excellent.
the left side of the can. And if that doesn't require a roll, I'll take a shot at the dragon. And if it
Sure.
does, I'm happy to leave it.
Doesn't require a roll. You do mark a stress for using your tongue.
Yes, cool.
mhm.
I will mark a stress.
I imagine carrying the weight of 2 people by your tongue is probably a little stressful.
True.
And yeah, go ahead and take a shot.
Okay. Now, do I have advantage from this, or is that something that
You
that I
do
have
because
to...
it is still vulnerable from the necromancer dying.
Well, I also meant, do I have Jin's advantage? Is that constantly applicable, or something that Jin has to do
So
specifically?
if Jin wants to spend a hope, then they can.
Yes, I'll spend the hope. What do you need it for?
I'm shooting dragon.
Yeah. I'm gonna run over with these cute little feet, and I'm gonna go up to your face, squeak, and boop my tail against your nose.
Lovely.
So that turns all of your advantage dice into D8s. So you're going to roll 2 D8s and take the higher.
That's awesome.
All right, so I'm rolling 2 D12s. I'm rolling 2 D8s, and I'll take the higher of the 2 D8s. Also, I'd like to spend one of my own hopes to make this a ranger focus attack, which will make this creature my focus.
Bitch. Oh.
Yes.
Same thing.
which helps me deal extra damage to them. And if I can
Fantastic.
get to the damage roll, I'm going to do something to that too. So
Love it.
I'll use my hope. Lovely. Okay, here we go. Rolling a lot of dice. Okay, that is a 17, 18, 19, 25
Oh, yeah.
with hope.
With hope. Look at you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Great. I'd now like to take 1 stress to activate Ruthless Predator, which means I get 1 bonus to my proficiency, meaning that instead of rolling 1d6, I roll 2d6.
Ooh, nice.
Uh,
And this is physical damage, correct?
This is physical dragon food damage. And, well, let's see what the damage is. So that's 2d6 plus 3. That is 9 damage total.
So 9 is over its first threshold, and it is physical, so no resistance. It goes right through that energy, which is going to be major damage, which is 2 damage.
Nice. So 2 damage to it, and it marks a stress because it's my focus.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah.
Stress is kind of what I use for the enemies to do their big attacks as well, so that's good.
Nice. And so Gerbert will try and say, I'll protect you, my queen. I'll kill this dragon. But his tongue is still kind of out as he does it. So he says, and he fires the bow.
That arrow flies into the dragon, and I'm going to mark a stress from itself to use a reaction, and that arrow is going to fly back out of it at you, and it's going to deal half the damage that you just did to it.
Because in the center of its torso, there's just like a big macaroni, and it goes in one, turns around, and comes out the other side. How they get to the place.
Brilliant.
How much damage does it do to me?
So you're going to take 4 damage, and you'll apply that against your thresholds, and that's how many hit points you lose.
It's minor, and I'm going to just mark an armor slot. 1 out of my
Excellent.
3.
Yeah.
It lands, and it sort of like catches it. I turn around away from it, and it hits one of the studs I've put on my back.
Love it.
And it's all good.
Perfect.
Okay.
At this point, what I'm going to do is kind of a similar thing where I'm just going to jump up and do a punch in the air. But this one's going to be Mateo's staggering punch. So I'm going to burn 3 hope. Well, actually, I got to
I'd
roll
like
to
to
hit.
boop you. I would like to run over and boop Mateo.
Yes, please.
Have to use
You
another
got
hope.
Yeah. I scamper over, squeak, boop you in the nose, and run away with chinchilla bounce butt.
Love it. Okay, so you're spending 3 hope to activate your class feature?
Okay, so reading this, it's when I hit an adversary. Okay, spend 3 hope when you hit an adversary. So I still got to hit. I still got to roll to do the hit. So this one's also going to be another haymaker at them. So because I'm throwing everything I can to just destroy this thing and also make a good impression.
I love it. So you get it is vulnerable, so you get an advantage dice for that. You also get an advantage dice for Jin, and because Jin is in the friendly companion, those are d8s. So you're going to roll 2 d8s in addition to your normal roll and keep the highest of the d8s.
So that's going to be a 7 for the d8.
Okay, and then you'll make your normal roll.
Cool. So that's going to be 17, 20, 26.
Yeah, that'll play.
And then I'll burn my 3 hope, and we'll deal to also deal a stress and make them temporarily staggered. When staggered, all attack rolls that they make are at disadvantage.
Excellent.
Slay.
So I want to
This
imagine
thing
like
is now
The dragon.
that, like as I jumped up, just right into like one of the eyes, and just, poof.
Excellent. So
It
it's
was probably an
staggered, and
olive.
with that stress, it is now maxed on stress, which means additional stress will hurt it, and it's also permanently vulnerable unless it can clear the stress. So go ahead and deal your damage as well.
Alrighty, so that is going to be D10. Just gonna roll that right there.
Oh, and was that with hope or fear?
That's with hope.
With hope. Okay.
They're going to take 11 points of Dimaggio.
And is this magic?
Yes.
Okay, so that'll reduce it down to 6, which is going to be major, which is going to do 2 points of damage. Now, you guys have been on a bit of a hope train, so I'm going to spend a fear to interrupt, and I'm going to take some enemy moves.
Ooh.
So I'm going to spend 1 to interrupt the momentum. I'm going to spend 1 to spotlight this dragon here, this food dragon. And I am going to spend a fear to activate one of its large features, and it is going to, as it's got this arrow in it and it's getting punched. Some of these like pies on its body are like splayed open. There's steaming, oozing fillings and juices, and it is going to just roar and it's going to explode in like hot grease and pie fillings. And I need
so hungry.
Mateo, Jin, and Old Toad to make what is it? Is it agility reaction rolls?
Mine is a 16. And hope and fear don't matter on reaction, is my
They
understanding.
do not,
don't.
right?
It is
Okay,
just
okay.
a 16.
Crits will still matter, but if it's hope or fear, otherwise does not matter.
20.
We're the dodgiest crew you've ever
Right,
seen.
20 succeeds. What did you get, Old Toad?
16.
16 succeeds. And what about you, Jin?
18.
18.
Plus,
Okay.
I'm a chinchilla that looks like water with lightning bursting inside me. So,
Love it. So this is going to be typically 16 direct magic damage, but since you all succeeded, you take half, and it's not direct. So you're going to take 8
I get an evasion bonus.
damage.
So
8
I
magic
think it
damage.
was like 20, but still.
Okay.
about
Well,
that.
8 damage for me is over my first threshold, meaning it marks 2 health.
Mhm.
If
Unless
I
you wanna
wanted to
take an
use my
armor slot.
armor to reduce that damage, would I have to mark 2 slots to reduce it by 2, or is that
So you
not
can
even an
only
option?
reduce it by 1 step ever. So the most
Alright.
you can do is bring it down to 1.
Well, I will use an armor slot to bring it down to 1, and then I'll mark 1 health.
Excellent. Now, if the damage had been direct, if you had failed, direct damage cannot be taken by armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all of you will... I think that's 2 hit points for all of you in your thresholds. So either take 2 hit points or mark an armor slot and take 1.
I'm gonna take 1 though.
Excellent. And then I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight an additional enemy, and this skeleton is going to be angry that you just killed its friend over there, Garbage.
You mean
So
it's dead?
it's going to come rumbling up, and it's going to slash a
It's dead.
bony claw at you.
We
And
always
that
do
is going to be a 9 versus your evasion.
That's a fail.
Okay.
I lean back, laugh, and then show him how it's done.
Excellent. That's my moves. So it's back to you guys.
Show 'em how
I
it's
think
done.
We've got Jin and Garbage left this round.
I will probably just continue being support, so I will bounce over to Garbage, but I'm gonna boop you with my nose.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Can you jump and turn, and I drop my hand crossbow and slap the chinchilla ass for my hope bonus? I just feel like
Oh,
it's a synergy that our characters have built up
Mhm.
over time.
Yeah.
The only thing
Mhm.
I'm going to do is I am going to spend a sphere as a reaction, and as the
I'm gonna
chinchilla
spend a-
leaps...
2 hopes and say hell no. I don't think I
I'm gonna
can
see-
do that, but
I'm going to see if a pudding also slaps a chinchilla through the
Yeah.
leap.
You're gonna get puddined?
But that is only a 5, which chinchilla has more evasion
Get
than
out
a
of
5.
there.
So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think we should all just take a moment to flip Chase off.
yeah, I agree.
You probably
No, I
just
support
like
your
a-
decision.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I
okay,
support
okay.
your decisions. You get
I
those
just
puddings
support
secure.
your
That's chinchilla.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy. Let's attempt this. I just
Oh
can't
yeah.
imagine
That's what
this.
Jin says when you slap ass.
And then I have advantage from my darling chinchilla.
Mhm.
That is a 24 with fear.
a 24 with fear is going to hit for sure.
Perfect. In that case, I'm going to trigger my ambush. Make a successful. Well, I didn't really move into melee, so I actually don't know if I can take an ambush.
You can, yeah, you can. You have enough movement to do it.
Okay. Marking
You can
my
like
stress.
you can leap off the table and get back into melee or whatever you need.
Oh,
you know?
that's dope. I jumped off the table to do the chinchilla slap, then come down with my attack. Chase, please make your reaction roll.
You got it.
Equal to
I also
11.
want to compliment you guys. You have utilized advantage more than any other group I've played with so far in this game, and it's been
Woo!
very good.
Helpful.
Yeah.
man.
My reaction roll is a nat 20.
Okay.
What?
Use this. I don't get to increase my damage then. That's okay. We'll just
You-
do normal damage.
Are mean.
Sir.
7 damage.
7 damage is going to be enough to be in the major threshold, which is going to be 3 hit points, which is going to kill it. So how do you do it?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Honestly, mid-air, the slap happens. You hear the crack across the room. As I'm falling with my cooking knife, just slicing through bone, simultaneously, my hand crossbow that I had dropped in order to complete this slap is also falling, and it's kind of like one of those slow-mo moments where everything's falling at the same time. I land on the ground at the moment that my crossbow clatters, and then there's a pause, and then all the bones start to clatter to the ground as well.
Love that. Ooze up in the air trying to get the chinchilla. It's epic. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are back to a fresh round.
What's left?
Big
There
dragon, I
is a
think.
couple oozes on the table, and there's the big meat beast.
Okay, where are the guards? Oh, they're all pinned to the wall.
pinned to the
That's
wall.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like,
Yeah.
why can't they take care of some oozes? Come
And I
on
got
now.
the, and I got the
Come on
queen.
now.
So,
Jen's gonna continue staying in support because she does not actually fight things.
Love it.
and for Mateo, it's
Did you want to go first and go support the other two?
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
So Mateo, you've been booped.
booped. First, what is it? This first same as the first. Going to go up. Now, he does not have enough hope to do another staggering punch. But that's okay. I just need to do a hangover. Not hangover. What is it? A haymaker. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and just do the thing. So do the advantage dice again with the 2d8s. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So that's an 8.
As long as Jin has a hope to spend, which I think this is their last one. Yeah. let's
Jin, do you
it
have
too.
one more hope to spend in order to do this, or are you outsies?
Let's see. I think I have one more, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. 2d8s.
Cool.
Alright.
Then
How many hope do you have at the moment, Old Toad?
I got 1. I have 1 hope. I have 3 stress, and I have 1 health.
All right.
Well, 1. I've marked 1 health. I'm very
I was
healthy.
about to say, excuse you?
I'm quite a healthy toad. I have 1 out of 6 of my health marked.
so that in total is going to be, I read that correctly. That's going to be 19 with fear.
19 with fear is going to be a hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Sounds
Come on.
good. I like to think that, because of the fact that this thing is not going down as quickly as Mateo would have expected it to have, causes him to get a little bit of nervous, though he is trying his best to not show it as much. That's going to be a 12 Damaggio magical.
12 magical Damaggio goes down to 6, which is major, which is 2 damage, which is enough to kill it. And before I narrate how you kill this, as this thing is flailing, it has one final death throw, and it's going to try to chomp down at you
Ooh.
as it goes down. But you staggered it, and it has not cleared that yet, so this is with disadvantage.
What can you throw but you can't catch? Death.
Oh.
If we can even narrate
This
this,
doesn't make sense because ninja stars.
true. If
So that's going to be a 14 minus 6 with disadvantage, so that's going to be an 8.
below my evasion, but just to go some cinematic here, the punch is going to be like leaping into it. It takes the bite. Mateo goes into its mouth and exits out the back.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like a missile.
All the way through?
And
It takes
as
2
this thing
days.
collapses, it looks like the lingering magic of the necromancer also dies down, The walls start unglowing, the entrances re-reveal. The guards that are now free immediately just swarm the remaining oozes on the table and just start stabbing the pudding, and pudding is flying everywhere. And we are out of danger.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad that they handled that with grace.
In a twirl of blue lightning, I'm back to Jin. Look, you guys did, so well.
No, you did so well.
You all did
I
amazing.
Oh, what are you-
appreciate you.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
pretty
Jin?
sure I have
You-
a handprint on my ass. What?
It happened again. That chinchilla turned up when you were gone. It's strange that I've never seen the two of you in the same room together before.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, that keeps happening. I don't know what it is. I was
It's
sitting
a
in the
very
back
lovely
with popcorn.
Hopefully one day you'll be able to meet them. They're a very nice animal.
I would love to. You keep describing them so nicely.
Mm.
As Garbage walks past Jin, there's those little fingertip tappies. Just like, yes, I'm so glad we're keeping this going.
Mateo's just like rolling down his sleeves and just kind of like getting back into like the normal.
No, don't roll the sleeves down. Keep those up.
Are you
It looks better.
Guys, shut up. We gotta present ourselves to the queen.
Mateo,
Oh.
keep
Yes,
the...
we have taken care of this wretched party foul.
Yeah.
I like it. Are you okay, Your Majesty?
She brushes herself off and looks like a little frazzled. That was the best entertainment that I've had at feast in a long time.
Fuck
Absolutely
yeah.
thrilling.
It was all a performance. Woo!
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
people clap and swarm you guys, and you guys are the celebration of the rest of the feast. And since we're at time here now, let's do like a little bit of a pan over, fast forward. Where did they end up after this very successful feast? So, for you, Old Toad, you made an incredible impression with the royal courts. Not only were you appointed the lead of your village by the Queen's blessing, you also have become very popular with all of the politicians. They love stopping by your village. They like hearing your stories. They like hearing your opinions on things. And it actually opens up a very bountiful trade route from the royal city with your town.
Wonderful.
Anything else that you want to discuss on your wrap up?
Yeah, I've gotten home. I'm the new head of the town, and while it brings in a lot of prosperity and a lot of visits from nobles, the rest of Toad Town doesn't talk to me too much. They're all a little
Toad
bit mad
Village.
that I've
Yeah.
renamed it Toad Town.
Oh, perfect.
And
Cartoon
they don't talk to
character.
me too much. The person who was the previous head of the village was ousted, and I decreed that he should be exiled. He still lives in the village, and nobody is exiling him. He's perfectly fine, and I just pretend not to notice him when we pass each other in the street.
Fantastic.
And that's where Old Toad ends up.
What a happy ending for Old Toad.
Better than he deserved.
Garbage, you're able to cross a couple more names off of your book of lists, which is probably good for you. Do you have more names left, or was it just those ones?
I had 3 names left. It was those 2 and Gerbert.
You get a message, you get a runner from the Toad village that comes and says, I'm an emissary of Toad Town. We don't all talk like that, by the way. I'm an emissary of Toad Town, and I'm here to say that official decree means that your previous contract for the head of Gerbert has been removed. You'll be paid in full. Bye. See you later.
Wait, I don't understand.
He's been
The
forgiven
name's
for
on
his
the list.
crime.
I gotta cross it off.
Let me see that list.
Yeah,
And
see,
then-
look, it's right here. It very clearly says, kill Gerbert. Hands it over.
He-
See?
He takes a quill out and he dips it in ink and he writes "don't" at the start of that line and then gives it back.
I could have
See,
done that the
it says
whole
"don't kill
time.
Gerbert." Of course, you don't have to take these jobs. You can always refuse them.
Then Garbage spirals out into a crisis that lasts many weeks.
Garbage
that
crash
crisis
house.
is maybe ended when the Queen asks for you to meet with her in private a couple weeks later, and she reveals
Everybody
to you
was
that
a
she
piece
was
of
aware of your
garbage.
book and that she actually had a couple of people she wanted dealt with from your book, and that is the actual reason that your group got invited to the feast. And she offers you a permanent position with the court as her personal assassin.
Yes! Garbage to the
Okay.
queen! Take that trash!
That is the best sentence I've ever heard.
And
Now, as
your first
for-
mission, kill Mateo. Damn it! Not this
I
again.
quickly write "don't" on the front.
Yeah.
Now, as for a Lady Halvane, is that a they never see each other again? Do they end up lovers or do they end up rivals since you killed her father?
Me?
Oh, this is Garbage's
Yeah,
daughter.
you,
the golf
Garbage.
daughter.
I never asked her name. I never knew.
Yeah, Lady Halvane.
Okay. So that was just a ploy. I don't care about her at all.
Okay, so never to
Yeah,
be
it's
seen
just I was
again.
just using her to get to my target.
Fantastic.
So, I think we're fine.
I love it. Cool.
Yeah.
Mateo, you became one of the most eligible bachelors in the courts after your performance in that fight. Who's your suitor of choice?
I think for him, it's not suitor of choice, it's suitors of choice.
Haha.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. All of them? Any particulars?
It's the invitation would have been sent out to Edgar for sure. Whether or not he had accepted it is entirely up to him. But I imagine there may at least have been a follow-up date outing with what is it, Dame Von Morrow, to assess whether or not she really is a vampire.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that you and Edgar and Dame Von Morrow live very happily ever after, though you do find that she is not a vampire, though that gentleman that you shook down that did not want to fight you was a vampire and currently has a bounty out on his head.
I like the idea of trying to assess it by just being like, would you like to go on a date? I suggest we go for a nice walk in the middle of the day over a stream.
What if we ate garlic bread
We'll have some
and
garlic
then
bread.
went to the dentist?
We'll go to the nearest church.
How about we
Though
take a
Lady Von Morrow did end up being a very skilled blood sorceress. So
take
sounds
that for
good.
what you will.
Oh, I want to be best friends.
Fantastic. And Jin, you have the royal cookbook in your possession. What do you do with that?
I have the best restaurant in town. And I have the book and I keep it literally close to my chest forever. I do have a photographic memory, so I could get rid of the book, but it feels important to just keep. My friends here have a standing free invitation to whatever food they want. I have hired the person that I did knock out as my assistant because I kind of felt bad about that, but not really. But it just felt like appropriate because I imagine they got fired because they were found sleeping in a closet.
I love it.
Witnessed some really interesting things with different couples, and that's really about it. It just has this place, but also has an issue with stealing things. So from every single customer that she has, takes a little something, even if it's just like a piece of their hair.
Nice. Well,
Because
you have an
sorcery-
extremely successful plus extra success restaurant. And that all works out well for you with the one caveat that the royal chef Marnie Grisselweld absolutely hates you for competing with the royal menu.
Oh,
And-
I don't give a shit about that guy. So Jin will visit Garbage. Garbage, I have a name for you, and I can pay you this time.
There's just the look up from the corner, like, oh, we're gonna have some chinchilla fun.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna release his soul first, so then I don't hear any screams when he dies.
Of course, I always
Okay,
wait
cool.
for that.
Yay, you're the best. I'm so excited.
And with that, Our heroes, or lack thereof, have their own endings, and everything
Lack
is good with this party. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for a Daggerheart playthrough. Thanks for GM Justin, Aundawyn, and Bill for joining us. A reminder, we will have links to their socials down below. Watch their content, listen to their content. It's amazing. And thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for thinking of us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. It was great.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Everybody, take a long rest. Drink plenty of water. Go play Daggerheart. It's a fun game. And we'll catch you next time. Good night.